Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Bill.
And Jack again.
Yeah, Jason's still gone, and we have a guest today. Unlike last week, it was just the two of us. Want to introduce yourself?
Hi there, I'm Nate.
Who are you representing today?
Myself. I'm representing Immortal Burn officially.
Because today is the 3rd?
We're recording at the 23rd.
Right, so this will be for, this will come out July 1st, and the reason why we have you here is because you guys are coming out with a full length that week, right?
Indeed.
And what's it called?
The album's called Thrive on Neglect.
Yes. And so far, yeah, like, was it last week you guys released a track through the, what was the web?
Invisible Oranges.
Yeah, you rattled it off really
one.
well, and I'm terrible with remembering all these things.
Yeah, there was one on
and
there.
Bad with song titles and everything else, and even if I'm in the band, I still don't know the song titles.
Well, you would you would love being in our band then. You would love our song titles.
Why?
Well, the song that we just released is called Avolition. Have you ever heard that before? I had to. I had
the
my
word or the track?
Well, actually,
I've
no,
heard the
track.
track.
Word,
yeah,
man.
okay. No, I'm not familiar with the word. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to bring a note if you want me to explain.
For like the definition. Hold on. You're a lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with the word? No? Okay.
Well, avolition is a term used to describe the lack of motivation or ability to do tasks or activities that have an end goal, such as paying bills or attending a school function. Avolition occurs most commonly in schizophrenia, depression, and bipolar disorder.
Okay.
So it's about Roman Ring. All right.
Oh, damn it. I forgot to cite that definition, too. I got it off the internet.
Is that Merriam-Webster
No,
app you're using there?
You cited it. The internet.
Yeah.
The internet.
No, you're good. That works. Just Google. You're fine.
But yeah.
Yeah, at this point, right? Yeah, and then let's see what else. Where were you guys been up to? You were just on tour 2-3 weeks ago, right?
I've been back for 2 weeks.
You've been back for 2 weeks, okay. And that was a West Coast tour, right?
Yep. We did, let's see if I can do it.
See what you can remember, yeah.
Denver, Colorado Springs, Tempe, Los Angeles, Sacramento, Oakland, Eugene, Seattle, Portland, Salt Lake City, St. Louis. And I think that is the actual order, even though it's weird that the routing was like that.
I was going to say,
good.
I mean, it ended in St. Louis. I would hope. Otherwise, they just peppered that in the middle.
Right.
Drive back from Tempe.
You would be surprised. Like I've been on tours like that, man. It's
we did do
terrible.
Sacramento before Oakland, but that's only a little bit weird.
Not terribly far.
No.
Was that with anybody, or was it just you guys out there?
So most of the tour,
shows?
we were on tour technically for, it was about 80% of the shows with Gadget and Cloud Rat.
Okay.
But it wasn't every show. Like we had some shows where it was just us and locals.
Okay.
But for the most part, we were out there with them. Gadget's a pretty awesome grind band from Sweden.
Yep.
And Cloud Rat is another super awesome, I guess they identify as grind as well, band from Michigan, from like Grand Rapids area.
Okay. I loved Gadget back in the day. I do remember. Good to hear.
Really? I don't.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was one of the.
Of course you do.
That was one of the weird grindy bands Tom and I were.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah.
There's some awesome Swedish dudes. I wish we had like a month-long tour with them because
Yeah.
I would have gotten to know all of them a lot better.
Are they in support of something, or they would just?
They were added to Northwest Terror Fest, which is the fest that we just did in Seattle. That was a part of that tour.
Okay.
And I think that they kind of wanted to do at least a little bit of U.S. stuff. I think they started in Dallas, or they flew into Texas. I could be totally wrong about that, actually.
So is this the beginning of a gigantic press tour for you guys? Well,
for me personally, no. But yeah, I mean, Ray usually does most of the interview stuff.
Okay.
I'm always offering to help. I'm happy to be here to do a little bit of it. But I thought we were just going to talk about like your friends getting drunk and
our usual. Oh, we'll get
edibles.
to those.
I mean,
That's fun stories.
I can be professional. I can try to be professional.
No.
We do want to promote the album.
Yeah,
In fact,
I mean,
give me 1 second. We have
part
a
of the
clip
reason
of it
why I
right now.
started this show is to help out friends.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have a clip of the?
I have a clip
the
of
song.
Yeah. So this is Avolition, correct?
Right.
This is coming straight off of Invisible Oranges. So just bear with me
Right
one
from the
sec.
source.
And
There it is. Yeah. We played this last time. Last week, right?
yeah, we did cite you guys. It'll drop tomorrow. But
And we were. And
you could really hear the black metal elements. in
Is
that.
that a 12-year-old talking about
I think
blowjob?
younger. To be honest,
Legitimately younger.
turn that
I
around
need
and
to
show him the
see.
video because you are not familiar with this Instagram page, which you need to be. Oh, you broke it.
Did I break it? God damn.
What are you doing?
no.
I guess
Oh,
I
you
can
are
just
all over
look
the
at it
place.
sideways. That's okay.
Yeah. Wait, is it not turning?
Apparently not.
Oh.
Oh God, now it's starting all sorts of other
Oh
things.
boy. Oh God. What are you doing?
Bill.
Oh, there's video of this now.
Oh,
Look at you.
no.
I mean,
Just
Crisscross wasn't thinking about getting their dick sucked.
Unless jump means something that I'm completely
never know.
unaware of. But
Yeah, maybe it does.
We could have, right?
but yeah, in short, the guy, this little
reference.
kid is driving a Challenger.
He's in the front seat of a car. I'm driving it. But
It's moving.
meant to look. Is it moving? Is it really? Or is it like getting towed along?
I'm
or
assuming-
something?
I'm
Like,
assuming it's
like
in neutral
idling. Yeah,
and-
and somebody's
yeah.
pushing it behind.
Yeah, and then he's got a whole crew behind him, and
Oh.
it's frankly impressive.
Yeah, if you get the chance.
I mean, wait, this is Immortal Bird.
Not a small black child.
Good. I'm like, goddamn, you dirty bitch.
Ho, you never even heard of this. Young nigga, spitting bars when I hop on tracks, I be hurting shit. Ho, you don't even know me. Ho, you don't even know Spook. Ride around that Challenger, turn up in that coupe. Getting money, fucking bitches, that's just what we do.
Who makes those videos?
Well,
Good old red
the
blooded
world
Americans.
makes those videos, and then this guy just kind of like cultivates them on his page, and it's called Catatonic Youth.
Where are his parents, man? They're hopefully
Probably in the passenger seat.
Right.
hopefully
One's
that-
probably behind the camera. Like,
Yeah, hopefully that kid's enjoying that. He looks kind of dead behind the eyes when he's talking about his dick and sucks.
He's very stoned.
He has no idea.
Goddamn, you dirty bitch. Anyway, very bold of Immortal Bird to use the N-word.
That's crazy. You guys would do that.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
In that song.
Strong lyrical content, guys.
I thought, I didn't think Ray would do that, but I guess so. What else? What do I got for you? So after I'm trying to think, so you guys had the record release show with Baron Air and Warforged, and that's was the date on that one? You got that,
That is
written down?
July 16th at the Empty Bottle.
Yes.
I didn't need to look at my notes, but it's in there.
See, now that's a good band member because like people ask me with like our band and my other band, oh, when's the next show? I'm like, I zero clue.
When you played a show on Monday and you had a show on Friday, did you know?
Yeah, I mean, I knew like the day before.
Did you mix the venues up?
No,
I don't
that's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know if you
think so.
mentioned the Friday show. I
I
think you just
definitely did
mentioned
not.
Monday.
Dude, the Friday one was the one I was actually planning on going to with Haymarket Riot, legendary Chicago band.
Right. Are you familiar with that band at all?
Nope.
Do you have a sound of them on there?
Oh, let me see if I can pull them up.
Because they're an older Chicago
Yeah,
band,
they're-
so they definitely have the Chicago sound.
Yeah, for sure.
They were
Yeah.
big in like the real Fireside days. I remember I had heard of them without really hearing them when I was 13 and was like, oh.
Got it right here. Here we go.
You got. Now, before you play it, I just want to say real quick, they kind of remind me of like a Rise Against ish, but like not as commercial sounding. And
Oh yeah. Well, this clip.
In all,
This clip is definitely not
Rise
commercial.
Against. I don't know about that.
like a little bit, but not as like commercially like friendly as like that band would be.
This song is.
They were
definitely-
like way more edgier, and you can hear it.
This song is very edgy. So
if he's got the right clip, I'm thinking of.
yeah.
Saying fuck is dirty, and saying fuck is fun. What good's a word that's not offending anyone? If sex is bad, and sex is wrong, then sex is worth my time and great for writing songs.
Oh yeah.
Carlin is rolling in his grave.
Wait, Blink-182 already recorded that song and have made a lot of money off of it.
I know. It's a cover of a shitty thing too, which is the
Wait,
best part of
what?
it.
That's a cover?
So when Blink-182 released a live album like ages ago,
This is
They-
Nate's forte.
There is a studio
Hold
recording
on.
of it.
Oh,
I
okay.
downloaded it on Napster in like 2002
Dated
or
yourself.
something. I don't know. I was gonna say 1990. No,
worth the malware.
Yeah, right.
I don't think I ever got any of that from Napster, man. It was only LimeWire.
LimeWire. Yeah, LimeWire definitely fucked with shit. Did you ever Soul Seek? You remember that one?
I soul seeked for
That
like
was
2
good.
weeks in
Did
college.
you ever like
Shit
fuck
does-
with that?
I never did, but I love the name of
That's
it.
a good one, Soul Seek.
Yeah, I mean, I get
that
it,
one was
too.
great because like you had to be a little bit like tech savvy to like get.
Maybe that's why I
like,
didn't get it.
Probably, yeah. That might have been a little too hard for you.
Having to port all that stuff over to let it be accessible.
Right, it was
Yeah.
crazy, and like you would essentially, I mean, it was kind of like Dropbox before Dropbox existed. It was more or less what SoulSeek was.
Yeah, proto
And, like,
Dropbox.
but it was more like you could just find people's like folders of music and download whatever you wanted. It was crazy. It was awesome. Of course, it ruined the music industry.
I'll
just
check
like
it
all
out.
of those.
Yeah, that part of it.
Does that still exist?
Yeah, I believe Tom still uses it.
I was just that was like going to be my follow. I was like, I bet Tom would still use it if it
Yeah,
still
with like a
exists.
Virgin Islands VPN that Yeah.
That's awesome.
I would imagine. It's probably easy access, so.
Are you jeweling it over there?
Yeah, I'm jeweling it. I decided to vape as of a couple of weeks ago. Somebody at my work found the jewel on the floor.
Oh,
And,
and
That's like fate, man.
I know, and I bought the pods, and I was like, all right, let's just vape life.
If you don't smoke
Ride
cigarettes,
this
good for
wave.
you, man. Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, I barely even inhale that. If I do, I cough. It's very sad. It's really just for the look of it. It's for the camera.
it's maybe another potential endorsement we
It's
can
like-
get.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
I got a jewel right
We can-
here, man.
Oh, there we are.
What the fuck? What's going on?
It's a cool guy jewel.
God damn it.
It's a vape off.
You want some jewel?
Wait, is that like a legit jewel? Is that what they
that's
look like?
That's an
legit
actual jewel.
And this is
Oh, let me see this.
and this
thing.
is the key fob to the 2019 Honda Insight that is sponsored.
A very pretty car that I saw outside earlier.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So this is the thing that's everybody's all pissed off about because little kids are smoking it. Now.
Yeah, and the pods are all flavorful. It's a mint pod.
Did I break it?
No,
What is that?
you're good. Yeah, it just pops in and out.
What do
and
you?
You just suck
Is
on that
that the part
mouthpiece.
you s- oh.
Mhm. Yeah, you just put that in your mouth. And
Yeah, I'm good.
You know what's more
Is there
confusing?
nicotine in this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
What's
good.
more confusing than the jewel is the packs. Have you ever?
I have owned a couple.
Is it spelled
Okay.
with an X?
Yeah,
I think so.
You,
Yeah.
you use the packs.
Bill's never done
When have I
drugs.
used the packs?
He's never done
My little portable weed vape.
marijuanas.
Oh, is that the one with the little green? Like, yeah,
Little
that
green
thing's
X?
fucking awesome.
Yes, he did
Yeah,
use
yeah,
it.
yeah. I
Yes,
used
he
that like
did.
once before. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think if I do start smoking, it would definitely be do something like that.
It's definitely going to hit you in the fucking
yeah,
head. That's
it's
for
way
sure.
more enjoyable that way.
Yeah, it's fun.
I do not miss like smoking out of a bong or a shitty joint
You
or
know,
like
I
a black
don't have-
and mild or whatever we used to do.
Oh, the
or,
Black and Mild's gross.
or like not even
Dude,
no. What was
This
it?
is-
Like the
I need my
Swishers?
bandmates here for this. We
Right.
can just all talk about our favorite ways to get stoned.
But yeah, there you go.
I don't have the lung capacity for
What?
bong hits, so
I hate bongs. I actually hate bongs now. I used to think they
Really?
were cool. I'm not a bong guy.
It's an intense way.
It's not fun. Smoking them's not fun. Getting too high is not fun.
yeah.
You know,
Thoroughly agree with
Lighting your
that.
hair on fire is not fun. Not that I've ever done that. but
Yeah, I've never done
seen
that,
it.
thankfully. Ugh.
It's just a spectacle. It's like, oh, I'm cool. I'm the cool guy at the party. I'm gonna hit this 10-foot bong.
I just,
It'd be
like-
real fun to hang out with.
My man, now I got all sorts of stories coming to my head. There's one good one that our buddies had. I think it still exists somewhere amongst the circle of friends, but they had like that ridiculous like 4 foot, like 5 foot bong, you know?
with the gas mask attached.
No, not
Oh,
they had
that.
one of those, and that might have been called like a steam. I don't know, because it wasn't really my world. But they had all these stupid names for these things that
Yeah.
were just intense. But this particular bong was just a really, really long, tall bong, and a buddy of ours, kind of a short, stubbier kind of guy. His arms aren't as long as everybody else's, and
I think I know who
I
you're
just
talking.
yeah, you know him.
Call
and,
out.
Actually, let me get the markers ready.
Dude, my
It
favorite
was
thing.
hold on.
My favorite thing is when I listen to your podcast and I hear the like.
It was a
Like,
free
what did he say?
audio.
What was
Who
that
was
going
it?
on?
That means
I
you
think
know
with the
some-
context clues, like most people can figure out who we're talking
if
about.
it's in the inner circle,
yeah, like I
absolutely.
know our closer friends know the stories, but the guy I was talking about is Brian,
Yeah, okay.
and I just remember they were all hanging out. I wasn't even there. We were all hanging out, and they said they're all hitting this thing, and it was his turn. Nobody's like paying attention or like watching TV or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just hear like, like struggling, and they like look over, and he's like trying so hard to like
Get to the
reach the fucking like the bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
And he like couldn't do it. Everyone's like, here, man, we got you.
his little
They
T-Rex-
had to help
his
him.
little
Like
T-Rex
he was
arms.
so
He's like,
short. Yeah,
"Oh, just doing that shit.
How long was this device?
dude, it was. I'm trying to think if I ever actually did get to see it because it managed to change like several hands because people had moved a bunch.
But you're a craftsman. Like you should know. You should be able to look at that and be like, that was 2.5 feet.
No, it was like comically long. Like it was like 4 feet. Like it was something ridiculous. It's like, what are you kids doing? Like, what's wrong with you?
You can't even hide it.
No, not at all. You better have like a nice closet for that.
Yeah,
thing.
you can't even
like,
do the thing where you pretend it's a vase or something. Like that's a gigantic fucking
very
vase.
artistic vase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh heavens!
I'm trying to think. Yeah, and well, yeah. What the fuck is the one? Like, yeah, it's like a gas mask. Basically, I've seen people do that shit. I'm
Never
like, that's-
experienced the gas mask.
Yeah, I've seen it, and I'm just like, that is horrible.
I feel like that was a staple at like Spencer's Gifts in middle school. Like you always saw
Oh,
the gas mask bong.
that sounds about
And it was
right.
like $40, cheap plastic, probably
Probably
melted the second
broken.
you lit it.
Anytime you like put fire on it, you're probably like letting carcinogens loose. you
Yeah,
know?
you're immediately listening to this song as you.
Game of what now?
Oh fuck.
Hey,
That's so
hey,
bad.
I'm a Rastafarian, Targaryen. I got some blood, very scary and be
I don't even watch Game of Thrones, man. I don't even know what's going on.
This is legitimately the woman that plays Daenerys too.
Yeah, this is the, I believe, British actress that plays the part of Daenerys.
Amelia Clark, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Terminator 3. I hate that movie, but
She was
Not
on
the
the
worst
Hamilton.
Terminator.
She was Sarah Connor.
Oh yeah, she was in Solo too, wasn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, okay. Being my age, and when they say just Solo, the first thing that pops in my head is the old 90s movie with Mario Van Peebles as a robot named Solo. And you don't understand the struggle.
You're the only one.
I really am. No, it's such a struggle because everybody's like, dude, it's like, you would know, you've seen Solo, right? It's like Mario Van Peebles, and I'm like, what? And I'm like,
Mario Van Peebles.
he's a robot. He takes on that dude who is also like a robot, and Adrian Brody's in it. No,
Adrian Brody's in it too?
He's the doctor. He's the robot scientist or whatever.
Mario Van Peebles doesn't bring that up when you say Solo. He goes,
No,
oh,
he
yeah,
does not.
yeah.
I would not think so. And then the guy that is the bad guy is the dude that plays Death from Bill and Ted 2. William something.
can I point something out?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're wearing a Star Wars shirt, and this is Star Wars themed. Why would you think of anything other than Star Wars?
The power of people.
Because
I might.
exactly the power of Mario Van Peebles. No, because I really genuinely like that movie. It's a great 90s action film.
Again, Mario Van Peebles doesn't even like that.
Oh,
movie.
dude, it's phenomenal. If you like bad 90s action films, that is a perfect one.
Is the film called Solo?
Yes.
Okay, you said the robot was. You didn't really say that the movie.
Yeah, the
was
movie
called
is called Solo.
Give me 1 second. I'll pull up the trailer.
that. You're a regular producer over there.
He's on it. Which one is oh god damn it.
Singing along 'cause I just no one to lean on. Don't know why I feel this way.
I can't see who's doing this. I don't want to laugh.
It's you that
You can laugh. That's the point.
Hold on.
Why do I feel like I've heard this fucking song before?
It's been all over Facebook. A lot of our friends have posted.
Oh yeah, that's like a kid, man. That's like
Not
a,
the guitarist.
guy.
How old is that girl?
The girl is 15, 16.
The dad, on the other hand, is 45.
40, yeah.
Is some kind of Christian band too?
Yeah, you've probably seen it captioned as was it playing in a Christian metalcore band with your dad?
Okay, maybe I did see that.
Dude, yeah, that song had been stuck in my head for a week straight.
I'm shocked that it's in
Because
Solo,
of,
the Mario Van Peebles vehicle.
They had a high budget for
I was
that
gonna
film,
say,
so they
man.
were able to get
The
that
songwrites are
ahead of time.
wow.
Did you notice the reason why I knew it was Christian? I think the dad the bald guy,
Freshly
noticed the
pressed.
shirt?
as it lay dying.
Thank you.
The very fresh ass, as a dying shirt. Yeah.
That he just bought at their show last week.
I was gonna say, actually, this is the second week I've made the joke now. Once the other episode drops, but it still has the folds from when he got it from
man,
Merch
yeah.
Direct. It's just
It'd be even better if he saw him live. It was yeah, they had a really good deal on the merch. I don't know why.
it was 2 for $30. Oh, it's because Lambesis murders people.
Yeah, can I actually
Allegedly.
Pays people. to
say
murder
something
people.
about
Yeah.
that? So I'm sure you
What's up?
all, at least part of your audience, and you two both are probably aware of the controversy that's pretty much constant
And the
with black metal these days.
Oh no, I thought you were going to talk about As I Lay Dying making
Well,
their
no,
comeback.
that's what I'm saying. Why
Ballsy.
don't I ever see the real edgy black metal dudes coming out and being like, I'm gonna go see As I Lay Dying just because that dude's a piece of shit and he's a killer.
That's a valid point. Yeah. Because that's pretty cult, right?
He might not be racist. I don't know if Tim Lambesis is racist. Maybe that's the problem.
I don't think he's gonna burn any
don't know.
churches down anytime soon.
But yeah, he's hardcore, dude. That's
he's in it to
he
win
didn't
it.
go to jail for that long, but I don't know.
He
Sorry.
probably joined some sort of white power group in
He's probably
prison also.
Muslim, right?
I don't think so, because
because
First he got white power probably tattooed on the knuckles just to avoid rape, and now he's a Muslim, and that's why As I Lay Dying's rebooting. So yeah,
is that going well for them though? Is it
they're getting pushback from what I've seen.
You're asking the wrong dude. I just wanted to make an
Yeah.
observation. I haven't
Fair
seen
enough.
any of the edgy black metal people coming out in defense of that band.
I'm sure there's people not just black metal dudes, but I'm sure there's people defending that guy.
I mean, I never really liked As I Lay Dying, but if people that did just want to still listen to the music, so they're like, oh, he did his time, the riffs, man.
He repented.
Sorry, it's
The dope ash mosh parts.
But I mean, yeah, I like the first album.
Jesus, you're always there for me.
That song probably got him through prison.
He
for
came
sure.
out as
More than likely.
atheist before he became a potential murderer too.
Didn't they all like come out and were like,
I don't
yeah, we
know.
weren't actually like religious at all?
Atheist, addicted to steroids or HGH in some capacity.
Yeah.
There was that element thrown in.
Well, he like got
Yeah.
gigantic before like
I
it was
remember
crazy.
that. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was yoked. Yum. I like my murderers, Jack.
delicious.
He got the prison body before going to prison, came out, and yeah.
Are there pictures of him when he got out?
I don't know. I'm sure there are.
Probably.
There has to be.
Actually, I
with
think we
the-
have some prison recordings.
Was he on someone's mixtape from jail?
Oh, dude,
Well,
that's possible.
yeah, he's no
That's-
Bobby Shmurda. I know
like,
Bobby
who's the
Shmurda
one
did
that like Jason always talks about that like phoned in?
That's Bobby
that was
Shmurda.
that guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
He might have done that. Who
Through the
knows?
prison phone, just some sweet vocals.
You know, I gotta say, speaking of Jason, I'm disappointed he didn't play the intro. I wanted to hear his
I think
his Tony Soprano voice.
he actually did.
What?
What, you did?
You didn't hear the intro? Oh,
No, I
wait.
wasn't paying
Oh.
attention.
It was
Are
there.
you gonna delete that? You can delete that.
No, that's fine.
It was
Just the
playing as you were
technical
talking about
aspect.
getting Bill the Arnold Palmer.
Okay, I only got one on, one can.
Oh,
I don't know. That's why I like. That's like when I'm recording. That's what I do usually. So
oh, it's the cool kid thing to do.
yeah, I'm like really. You know, I go to recording studios all the
pull
time.
this shit with David Otero, huh?
I pulled all kinds of shit with David Taro.
Yeah, what was that like? So, I don't know if anybody, I don't know how much research people have done about your band beforehand, but so you guys recorded this album with David Taro, and if you guys aren't familiar with David Taro, he did like the last two Cali Decapitation albums, which are like two albums I thoroughly enjoy, and as well as like a bunch of other crazy shit too that I probably should listen to, but I don't. But I'm like I think even before you guys mentioned you were going, I was like watching videos of like him like recording and stuff like that because he's an interesting guy and the studio's pretty cool and
Where's he based out of?
Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah. How long ago was that when you guys went out there?
We recorded the record with him in Westminster, which is a suburb of Denver, at Flatline Audio, which is his studio that's connected to his home in Westminster. I believe the 8th of January through the 16th of January.
It's such a short amount of time.
Yeah,
That's
full length
awesome.
in a week. That's gotta be a brutal pace.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, you asked me about the experience. I've never worked with somebody who was so well versed in extreme music or weird death metal.
How
or whatever.
old is that dude?
I don't.
He doesn't look like he's that old.
I think he is 37, but
Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't have any notes
Yeah, you
about
don't have to know,
that.
that's fine.
Dave, I'm sorry if you ever hear this and I aged you a few years,
Advanced 30s. You've heard it here
Right.
first.
but he's in really good shape. He looks younger than that.
Nice. And yeah, it's interesting because like they only had like there's such a short amount of time, and then like when I was watching videos about him, he's very strict about the hours with which you work because
Okay.
he has a family. So like
Yeah.
he's like
Like this time
Right,
is
like,
blocked and I'm not getting
that's like
you.
crazy, but like I mean you do what you got to do to like.
What videos did you watch? Now I'm curious because I'm like, how does anybody know that isn't me? Or
It was because so for like a brief second there what was that like there's another podcast like URM podcast Ultimate something it's like it's mostly based around recording
that's
and
one of my
stuff.
favorite podcasts. Or at least I
Yeah.
used to listen to it religiously.
Um,
He was on it actually. I
yeah.
listened to that episode.
And there are like
before I met him.
videos too from there, and then like they talk to him a lot. And I think it was through like one of the because like long story short, I almost got like a job doing some editing for them for their podcast.
Oh, for the URM dudes?
Yeah,
Sweet.
and it didn't pan out, whatever. But I ended up going down like a rabbit hole of like going through all their stuff because it's great content. Like it's awesome. If you're into recording, that's those dudes are awesome for it. And I'm pretty sure I saw like a video of him explaining like
So
how
yeah,
strict he is about his time.
I can speak to that a little bit. So Dave does have a family. He does have a daughter. But I think it's more that he is just so good at efficiency. He is like able to get the most out of you in the least amount of time. And I think with himself, with the sharp kind of like the sharpness of his brain, he just kind of knows, this is the amount of time that we're going to use and it's going to be effective. Like we're going to maximize that time. And I don't know. I mean, it was a new experience for me traveling somewhere to do a record, to having all of us just living together in the sort of Airbnb that's attached to his house.
Nice.
I didn't know what to expect. I thought we'd be working, especially with 8 days only booked. I thought we'd be working 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we're staying. Oh my God, this is going to
Right.
be insane. I'm not going to plan to do anything. And it was much closer to like almost like a 9 to 5 kind of schedule.
Which is
Interesting.
probably, you want that normalcy at that point, I would think. So
Well, I think part of it too
I
could
mean,
be, like,
it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
It was hard for me at first to get used to because I mean, if I had my druthers, if I was in a band that had millions of dollars to make a record, I would start in like the late afternoon and I would work late night. You know what I mean? I wasn't shocked like, oh my God, we have to start at 9, but it was kind of like, oh, we're gonna be done that early. Like that was the part that was a surprise. But I think it kept everybody fresh. I mean, maybe most importantly him. I don't know. I mean, like I said, he was
a good
so
point.
efficient and he understood our music on a level that I had never seen before with a producer and engineer. And that's definitely not taking a shot at anybody. It's just like he hears a riff once that's in 5 different time signatures, and I can't tell you what those time signatures are, and he can.
That's crazy.
And he already has it, or he'll have an idea to like tweak a transition in a song, and he'll have it edited without listening to it. He'll have it all edited together and be like, okay, maybe you should try this.
Oh, wow, that's
And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, he was just super fast at everything. I think he has like a process that he sticks to, and it works. And I think that, I mean, I don't know. I talked to him briefly at the end of it about his motivations, and I think that it was just mostly about like him being at his best. At least that's how he explained it to me. So,
Not-
yeah, I mean,
not-
I didn't know. Sorry.
not to call it pressure, but with that time constraint for you guys, did you feel the pinch on it? Or was it more just like, okay, this is more just a collaborative thing. He's driving us to this endpoint. And
There were times where it got really stressful for me personally, and I think for some of the rest of us.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're approaching the end of it and we see the finish line. It's not like we can book extra time.
Right.
You know, like there were definitely moments where I was sort of thinking about potential contingency plans on how we would have to finish because I was worried that it wasn't going to get done.
okay.
That's
and
terrifying.
it was terrifying, but Dave was always really confident and reassured us that it would get done. And he was right. I mean, even if it felt like we finished by the skin of our teeth, despite how I felt like we were pretty prepared. I don't know. I've never had, as a guitar player, I've never had an experience where I recorded that quickly before. It was a little freaky. I would do a take of a part and I wouldn't even think it was good. And then he'd be like, "You're good, double it." And then I would do it and it would be like, "Oh, didn't I have like a little finger squeak here?" And I would listen back and it would be fine. I don't know if that was just the amount that we practiced beforehand or, you know, just him being a wizard.
Didn't allow your mind to wander. That could help too.
That is probably, yeah.
But yeah,
like,
it was
not
just
overthinking the
a
parts
little
bit.
scary at the end, you know, because you have 2 days left or whatever, and you know, like it has to be done. Otherwise, like it's going to be a crisis. Everything's going to get pushed back. We're going to have to spend more money, you know,
Right.
this and that. And luckily, we were able to avoid that. So
That's good. So, how many tracks are on this album that you did?
our album is 7 songs.
Okay. And so how much time, like how many days are dedicated to each? So for those that don't know, you guys are a 4-piece. You're the only guitar player, and
Correct.
then bass, drums, and vocals. And so in that short amount of time, 7 tracks. Yeah, how much time was everybody like given for their parts?
Bill, I wish you would have told me you were going to ask me these questions, man. I honestly would have to go back to
Kinda
to
think
my
about it
notes
again.
from the session. To give you the seriously, it was a blur. It was a blur. Like
Well,
I
I'm
can
sure
tell
it
you
was
that
because it was just so fast. Yeah.
I think that maybe we got there a day early and spent like a half day doing clicked stuff.
Okay.
And then we kind of did like a.
Well, I thought you did the clicks
Man.
before you left.
Well, I did, but we had to
Right.
convert them from Pro Tools to Cubase, and there were a couple parts where my subdivisions were off, and I also didn't have any of the time signatures in there,
Oh, okay.
which is sort of like my intro to working with Dave was him kind of like being annoyed that I didn't do that, and then
Great start, right?
him being
Yeah.
able to go through and go, okay, you're really making me remember how to count or whatever. And he was able to do that stuff really quickly
I'm
and
sure that's
efficiently.
not the first
But
time
it was
he's
so it was
dealt
like a
with
half
it.
day for that, and then like sort of a half day of just getting drum tones. Kind of, he records drums in a really small room. I could
That
not
shit was
believe
crazy,
it. You've probably seen
yeah.
pictures of it. If you haven't, anybody can look it up
Oh,
on the internet.
Yeah, like I remember
But-
I texted you like immediately when you posted the picture, I think, like of like it's essentially a closet, and I was like, dude, Matt's like recording in there? Like what's going on?
You imagine like Matt's kit is a relatively small one, but if you imagine a double bass drum kit in that room, you're like, how does it fit?
The guy from like Cattle to Cap
Yeah,
has
he
like
has
an
2 kicks.
insane drum kit.
2 kicks, a million cymbals. You're like, how does it fit?
I've
And
seen
Dave's like, well,
videos where like
we
you
have
can
to
see
get-
that guy like in the doorway, and I'm like, how the fuck did they get him in there?
Yeah, you
Like,
got to
he has
get
to, climb over
really
his
creative
kit.
with it. It really is nuts.
I'm trying to pull it up just to take a peek, but
There's like I
think,
took a selfie of me in the room, but that doesn't really. I mean, there's no drum set in there. I don't think.
I think I'm trying to think where I saw the picture. It might be on like the band's Instagram.
So my reason for bringing that up though was saying like Dave is also like I think his main instrument is drums. He was super awesome to track drums with, and so I think that like I said, it was a half day I think of just tuning the drums.
And you guys used Matt's kit.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
He's got a Thomas Starr classic Birch Pubinga kit.
Very beautiful kit. I talked to him about it, like, a
I think
week
it's
ago.
I think it's a 10, 12, 16, 24.
Okay.
His toms are smaller. I could be getting that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are. I've had
If
to
he
buy
hears
heads
this,
for
he'll
him
yell
before.
at you.
And he's got a really awesome Ludwig Black Beauty snare drum that
We went into great
special.
detail when I saw him on the Warforged show. What was that, last Monday? We were talking drums there.
what was the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, what was the question? What did I
You were
ask?
asking me how long everything
Oh,
took.
like, yeah, what's
so
it-
yeah,
like,
it was okay. So
how
that was
much
like
allotment
this
was
is another
there?
reason why it's hard. That was like 2 half days, so I guess you count that as 1 day. And then I think the drums took 2 days, but I can't really remember because it might have been like 1 long day and 1 half day kind of thing.
Okay. That's crazy.
Guitar. That's the thing. Like guitar ended up being like a day and a half, I think, at least for like my main rhythms and stuff. And I think again, there were certain situations like we did have 1 day that was basically mostly an off day completely, and I think that was when I started guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave had like a family thing come up during the record and had to deal with it, and so it was I think it was like a day and a half for the main guitar stuff. Bass, I remember distinctly, bass was 1 day, maybe 8 hours or so. John just
Nailed it.
fucking whooped ass and got through it, and then I do remember at the end, and again, like I'm not trying to say anything too negative about it, but at the end, there were 2 days to do vocals and all of the guitar overdubs.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So that was the stress at the end.
I could see how that could be stressful.
So yeah, I don't know. That was like a kind of approximate accounting of the time.
How, pretty good considering you don't remember that one.
I mean, I remember I had to do a guitar solo, and that only took like 10 minutes. That was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I practiced a lot and just got lucky.
Yeah, that was the other thing I saw in like a lot of his videos. How he kind of like would push the idea. It's like he's like, please, for the love of God, be prepared coming in. Which obviously you guys.
So I
did. You
didn't
guys-
compose it, and he was giving me shit for like 3 days straight. He's like, "You got that solo
Really?
done yet?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, man. I'm working on it." And what I would be doing is I would be trying to compose it.
Right.
You know, I wasn't like going out and partying every night. It was like we would be done at in the early evening, and we'd make dinner like a family, and I'd just be like stressing out about it and ripping on my back at guitar. Yeah, and then at like the 11th hour, I was just like, just hit record, and I'll just do this. I'll take a sip of a beer and rip it, and that's kind of what happened. That's how it happened.
Isn't that like your usual go-to method, though? I've recorded you a few times. I've seen you record. You know?
I was actually 100% sober for almost all of my guitar recording. I had 1 beer during the last song to celebrate the fact that it was the last song,
It was over.
and then I think I had a beer during the solo, or like part of it. You know,
Treat yourself.
10
a little
minutes. You
bit.
can't.
while recording the solo.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. I only played It's All Legato, just one hand.
That's very impressive. Was like everybody in the band always there for the sessions, or some people kind of just sit out for it? Like,
So I was there. I love recording. I love the studio, and
I know you do. Yeah.
I was
Some must have
there
been really fun
for
for you.
all of the time that I could be.
Okay.
So,
Was there times that Dave was like,
Get the fuck out.
yeah,
he never said get the fuck out because Dave's a little bit of a more like tactful
Pretty
guy.
nice
But yeah,
guy.
I was gonna say,
well, like in
Um,
not too many words, were there moments where he was just like, hey man, it's like it's great that you're here,
Well,
but
we-
if you could
he-
take a walk, that'd be great.
we
Yeah.
definitely. So there were times when we would discuss that. Like, I don't want to say that I co-produced the record or anything, but because of like my vast studio experience, I sort of was the liaison, at least at the beginning.
Mhm.
I should have done a better job. Like I said, I had no idea what the scheduling stuff was going to be. But basically, certain people in the band are more comfortable tracking certain ways. And I
Right.
think that's just
Yeah,
true of every
that's
band.
everybody,
I
yeah.
never even thought about that before. he asked me, I think, if I was comfortable with everybody being there and for my like the initial tracking day, and I was like, "What? Are you crazy? Of course I want him there." Like I play guitar in front of these people all the time, like every time I'm with them pretty much. When we write music, a lot of the time it's just, you know, if we're not in the room jamming, which we do that as well. It's just I'm the only one that has an instrument. I'll have a guitar, you know, or maybe I'll have a guitar and Ray will have a guitar, a piano. I mean, I don't know. Like a lot of the time it's just me playing in front of them. But you know, there were certain moments where like I wasn't there for all of the bass, but it was just because like I think they started and I was like, oh, I want to go get breakfast, but I was there for 90% of it.
Enough, yeah.
I mean, I know I was there for as much of the drums as I could have been, and then for the vocals, I think they did at least like the first song or something, just the two of them to kind of establish the chemistry. Because one of the coolest things, and like I hope I'm not spilling too much about recording with Dave, is like he'll sit there, you know, at the computer with a microphone, and he doesn't just go like, okay, try this next part, here's a pattern, and say it, or like try to explain it in musical terms. He'll say, let's try this, and he'll hit record, and he'll hold an SM58 and do these like, he calls them like old man growls, where he just straight up starts doing vocals, and that's how he'll communicate an idea, and they'll go back and forth. And I think I might have a video, like a very short video on my phone of him doing it, but we didn't take it.
Awesome.
We didn't document like any of it either. That's another thing. We were just all, I think,
Kind of in the moment.
Didn't have time
stressed.
to. Yeah.
Matt went skiing. I was going to say Matt wasn't there when I tracked my guitar solo, and my feelings are still hurt about it. He
So
decided,
he filled that time well.
yeah, no, he had this
Matt's
crazy.
dead.
He had a
You go on.
vacation.
Yeah, Matt loves to ski, and so he actually the day, I think it was one of the vocal days with Guitar Overdose. He got up really early in the morning, rented a car, and went up to Vail and went skiing by himself.
Nice.
And apparently he had to drive through a blizzard. When he was on the mountain, he got altitude sickness. I wish he was here sitting next to me to tell the story, but it is a crazy kind of misadventure, fun time in Colorado while recording.
And
Like
he did that after he tracked, right?
oh yeah, he
Said,
was done.
Good
He
call.
was, he was done after.
What if, like, how horrible would that be? It's like, I'm gonna go skiing before we track this. So, okay, I broke my leg.
He's got 5
Fuck,
days
you
to
know?
fuck off.
I think Matt he's very cognizant of not injuring himself.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Like I think
He's
before
responsible.
I met him, he probably used to hurt himself a lot and not be able to play drums. And so now he's like, I'll go skiing, but I'll make sure that we're done. Like I'll make sure we don't have a
Get
show booked
all
next
his
week.
yeah.
He's very careful with that stuff.
Oh, you have to be. Yeah. It was. Speaking of which, a little off topic, but we mentioned earlier before we started that our bass player Franco got a motorcycle, and he stopped by the show that I had on Monday at the Livewire.
He did.
And
on his bike.
yeah, like he walks in, he's got his fucking leather jacket on, he's got his little helmet in his hand. I'm like, what's going on here, man? And he's like, what? I was like, you got a bike? He goes, yo. He's like, I just carry a helmet around. He's like, what do you think? And I'm like, I don't know. People do weird shit. I was like, maybe you are just carrying a helmet around. I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Why
Yeah.
are you so salty, man?
No, not at all. But it was just so funny. And then we go out front to check it out. It's a beautiful bike. It's awesome. And there were 2 other bikes next to him. And one of the dudes was a bike mechanic, and he came out and like right away it was just like eyeing the bike up and down, like asking all sorts of questions about it, Franco, and then telling him stories. And like I walked away because I'm like, I don't know half the shit this guy's saying right now, and like not my world. And I was talking to somebody else, but I could overhear them talking, and all of a sudden the guy gets into like, he's like, oh, like I overhear him talking about like Franco has like gloves that he wears when he drives.
Okay.
And the guy's like, you got gloves? And he's like, well, yeah. He's like, I work with my hands. He's like, and I'm a bass player. He's like, I don't want to mess my hands up. And he's like, oh yeah, that's real smart, man. He's like, yeah, I once like wiped out. And then the dude went into all these like crazy stories, like broke my collarbone, broke this, broke that, fell off of here, fell off of that. I'm like, oh god, that's
It doesn't
terrifying.
defy him from getting the bike in the first place. Working with his hands, playing.
You would think,
I still
right?
got the bike, but I at
Yeah.
least have some leather protection. So
Yeah, and it was funny because like he had the jacket and the gloves and the helmet, but he didn't have like leather pants at all. He just had his regular like Docker like work pants on. And the guy was like, "What's up with that?" And I think he said something like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care about that bottom half or something. Like, Jesus.
paraplegic
I
basis.
guess, yeah.
That's fair. As long as he can kind of head nod and
Yeah, it's still headbang in a chair, I guess, right?
that'd be kind of cool, actually.
Dude, I'm worried about Franco, man. I hope he's careful.
I think I don't know. The idea of a riding a motorcycle in the city like sounds terrifying.
Well, yeah,
you
I mean
know?
that's the thing is I used to work with him over at shout out to Third Coast in the West Loop. Get all your guitars and basses fixed there, you know, unless you're
Unless you're not a guitar player. or
I
bass
used to
player.
work there, and the parking down there is so bad. I would sometimes just get there an hour early, so I could look for parking and not be late for work. It was bad. So I
bad.
get it.
Well, yeah,
he said
that
it's
area's
gotten
crazy.
worse since I stopped working there. So I get that part of it for sure.
Like the parking's gotten worse since you
Yeah,
haven't been
it's
there
gotten worse.
because you're not there.
Or Third Coast has gotten worse.
Yes, the quality of Third Coast customer
gone
service is
it's
gone
it's
down
gone down
slightly.
since you've left. Who's the people who are talking to you now to get their guitars fixed?
What's that?
Who do people have to talk to you
shit.
now?
I don't know. I forgot
Enter,
Dave was coming,
player
man.
two.
Claws out, paws out.
Does he get entrance music?
Oh,
Yeah, I
wait,
think we have
hold on. Put those on, bro. Let's.
Dave, we got a theme song for Dave.
Yeah, this is a really touching tribute, actually.
Is it?
So
Is it?
it's exactly what you
meaningful?
think it is. Yeah. You ready?
Dude, did you just shit? I really hope one of those mics picked it up.
Oh, all the mics
Well,
picked it
now
up.
I'm gonna have to clean that.
No,
the
there's like
fart-
some
the
noise
mic.
gate going on or something.
It definitely picked that up.
The
Oh,
fart,
it sounded wet. It sounded like someone splat.
the fart smelled
good old
like
Dave
White
for
Claw
it.
Black Cherry. Ding.
Fart brought to you by White Claw.
Yeah, that smelled pretty good, huh?
It's flavorful. Yeah, I'd say so.
You're about to give yourself pink eye on that mic.
Can you hear me on
Do
there?
you follow? Yeah, you're good.
Can you hear?
Can you
it?
up me? I'm on green.
Dude, just hit
Or
your
should I go to
monitor.
white?
Just
Wait, go to white. Yeah. White on white.
Hello? There, it's a lot better.
Cool.
Good.
Do you follow Catatonic Youths on Instagram?
yeah.
Yeah, that's on. It's on there.
Everybody.
I think is that the Evanescence one?
It's
No,
they're doing Cradle of Filth.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's the song Amphetamine.
I watched that video again because it's so ridiculous. I didn't realize that they switched the parts.
Yeah,
I didn't
they
know that,
alternate.
'cause I just heard it.
I
When
know
we were
it's
playing it.
so.
They're like, oh god damn
They're
it.
both so tonally sound that there's really no difference
yeah.
between the two. It's really
It's-
nice. I think they're
It's
twins.
well done.
Yeah, I think they're. I
For
mean,
what it is, yeah.
I think they're twins. They
Is
look-
that
yeah.
all the people on there from Joliet, right?
I mean, you would think
That would
yeah.
be a safe assumption.
I mean, we call it
Yeah.
the Chicago sound for a reason.
Yeah.
Joliet is,
Fuck, we should have called it the Joliet sound. Damn it.
this is the Joliet sound.
All right, I'm gonna re-edit the last podcast before it drops tomorrow.
This is the Joliet sound. This is the guy doing drum parts to the guns.
That's definitely
That's
the
Joliet.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
It's weird as hell.
That's so great.
Is that gonna be on the video stream?
It should be. If you can, well, it's not his shit to pull, so in theory you could.
I don't know. I mean, I technically probably could put these videos up.
So that's
on-
real. The guy's really doing. He's listening to the music and he's
Yeah.
firing off rounds
yeah.
with a kick pedal.
Yeah. I think this is Lamb of God.
Oh, he's playing the snare.
Until
Oh my god. Oh yeah, he was a little bit off time in that part.
Oh, he's a little off there.
He sounds like a drummer that sucks a little bit when he's playing the left.
What
it
a
sounds
good
like
song.
Jason.
I mean,
That song is actually sick.
added by the Second Amendment. So
How old was Randy Blythe though when he was like? I'm being serious. I don't know. I when he was like, I got this lyric, guys. See who gives a fuck. We're gonna
38.
sell millions. Yeah, probably.
and then they did sell millions, bastards.
Sure.
I know he was right. What the fuck?
What song is that again, though?
I don't
The
remember.
name of it.
I don't know.
Guitar Hero 3.
Is that laid to rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
Hey.
that. I know things sometimes.
But I triggered that in your brain by saying Guitar Hero 3.
I think you did. It helped.
It created an image in your head of the screen, and you're like scrolling through it, and you're oh shit, it was that
Laid to
one.
Rest. The like the bunk version of it on like Guitar Hero, or was it the legit one? Wouldn't it? Remember like the original Guitar Hero? Like the songs were all done by another artist.
Yeah, they were covers.
House, yeah. And like it's funny because like they're like just slightly off. Where like if you're not playing the game and you're listening to it, you're like, oh, this is rough.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's really taking
This
some
is
liberties
not-
on this. Yeah.
Those are usually the vocals the most, but like the other parts, you would notice like if you weren't playing the damn game because you're too busy focusing
Yeah.
on like trying to like land those stupid notes. But if you listen to the music, you're like, oh boy, that's little rough.
Well, I
yeah.
never got past the beginning level, so I would just sort of zone out, hitting red and blue over and over. So yeah, I heard all this garbage. Yeah, just the hard plastic clicking and absolutely nothing of any value. Of course. Unlike never mind.
Yeah.
We'll get to the
Another one
Chicago. We'll
ready
get to
to
the
fire
Chicago
out.
Sun later. It's just gonna be the same kid rapping it anyway. So.
I am perfectly content with that. Hey Dave, how's it going?
Good.
Welcome.
So you're
Welcome
a
to your
you're a
house.
hard seltzer man, huh?
Yeah, I've been drinking them all different brands too.
I saw Bon and Viv the last time we were
That's
here.
my favorite one.
Okay.
That's the.
What do you
winner
like
right now.
about it? The effervescence, the
Can
I
I
like
have one? Can I have one of those?
Yeah.
The bubbles. The only question is which one?
What is it? Bon and Viv? Bon
Any-
and Iver, right?
Bon and Viv.
Anything
Bon
but
Iver.
the
Yeah, Bon
grapefruit.
Iver.
Give me. Can I
What do
please
you got
have a
against
lime
grapefruit, man?
one or a black cherry?
The Bon Iver has no,
Bon Iver.
absolutely no sugar. This one has 2 grams.
That's
Ooh.
grapefruit. Oh god, we got
Yeah, the raspberry one kind of sucks too.
Lime?
Thank you. Thank you.
Lime.
Thank you.
Is that like
These things are like the hottest thing this
Normally,
this year,
I
right?
drink zombie dust, but when I get
you
really
are the
thirsty,
only person I've seen drink it.
Really?
Yeah.
These things are so popular. Though.
college
Dude,
college
everyone-
girls love this.
Oh, that's
shit.
why Dave's drinking it.
I,
Gotcha.
yeah. all the college
on brand.
girls, me and all the
But
college
look at all
girls
the
that hang
brands
out.
that came out. Like, there's a ton of them now.
Can I rip
Wait,
into this
it-
grapefruit?
Even Corona makes one now with salsa water.
This is
Yes,
like, it's essentially
uh,
like a LaCroix, right?
it-
But with alcohol. Isn't that
Yeah,
the
pretty
right?
much,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Which I
taste
think
some. You want
LaCroix
some?
is, yeah, sure.
The
LaCroix.
White
is-
Claw
yeah,
one's
yeah.
actually like sweeter than most. It has like more flavor.
La Croix.
That's disgusting.
Really, that bad? huh?
Well, I mean,
So
I'm gonna.
I wouldn't. If
I'm gonna
somebody
rip into
gave me
this
one of
grapefruit.
those, I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. If it was like hot enough, maybe like a hot day. I would
Yeah,
drink
they're
one of those, but-
refreshing.
Yeah. But
I
it's
don't know
too much
why I
a
like
Lac-
these because I don't
LaCroix.
like LaCroix that much.
I do not like that. I can't get into that stuff.
I really want to bring up a beverage thing. Can I do that?
Yeah.
So I was at the beer store around the corner earlier. What's it called, Dave? What's the spot called?
JD.
What?
JB?
JD's.
JD's. Shout out to
the
them for
scratch
having
off,
an extra line for lottery tickets. Is what I was gonna
scratch
say.
off Megatron of a store.
They have they have a tea infused Bud Light. Have you guys seen this
Whoa.
before?
A
No.
tea infused?
So Jack, tell me about it because I almost bought some just as a joke.
It's garbage water. It's
What is,
Okay,
what are we
that's what it
doing?
looks like.
It's
It's
2019, people.
no,
what are we
it's-
doing here?
It's all
Stop
these.
trying to
It's
think
all these
outside the
large
box.
brands that are trying to get on like the Leinenkugel Summer Shandy kick.
Oh,
Nat-
all right. I
Natty
guess.
Ice is doing Natter Days, which is a like raspberry lemonade variant of Natty Light. It's rough.
Yeah.
that sounds
Jesus
great.
Christ.
Yeah,
I want to
Miller-
buy some of that.
Miller, yeah, they do theirs. The Corona has Refrescas, which is effectively this shit. This is the biggest thing in the market by far.
That's
this
the-
type of horseshit, the hard seltzers and all that flavored
Oh,
stuff and all the.
As far as brands go, what's like
Yeah.
the best? Like,
It's
what's
honestly
the most
like
selling
the-
brand
this one's
it's like-
particularly
that
White
gets
Claw,
sold?
brought to you by
It's
Yeah, I
like the
slammed it. That was
We don't
great.
want that endorsement, so please don't fucking send us
Speak
that.
for yourself.
the shit is like the cartridges of weed.
Yeah.
Like these
What?
days. It's like a straight dome of alcohol. You take alcohol without getting the calories. Basically.
It's gluten free too.
Yeah.
Oh,
How about that? Launching our figures.
Corona's gluten free, I heard. It's one of the only beers.
That's not true.
It's not? Okay.
They just want you.
This is on another podcast.
Put me in my place.
This is on
I've been a bad boy.
I have it on good authority. I have it on good authority.
I only said that because that's a reference to another podcast. 'Cause I listened to like all your podcasts this week.
Yeah, you were like doing homework before.
Yeah,
this,
man.
huh?
I
That's
listened to
pretty
like
good.
the last 4.5 episodes.
That
I
is
think.
very
So it's not
unfortunate.
true? Did we look it up?
I don't know. I thought you guys did, and you were debunked. So that's why. That's my source. Was your podcast
Fuck.
the one that we're on now?
Let's do some Googling music.
Somebody debunked it because no beer is gluten free except for like Prairie Path. I think is a Two Brothers one. They're specific.
They're specific brands.
Yeah, they make it gluten free.
Lakefront does a lot of out of Milwaukee. They do a lot of gluten free ones.
And I would think it'd be
It's not just
prominent
Corona.
on the the bottle or packaging or whatever.
Yeah, there's also ones
Yeah.
that don't use any wheat in the beer, which is particularly gross. They use like sorghum gum. That's called Red Bridge. That's a particular one. Corona gluten free.
Are we on camera too?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
yeah.
So
You can
wave,
wave.
everyone. Hey,
Are we live?
No, this isn't live. It's just the recording.
In
So
a
you
wor-
can whip it out.
yeah.
I can edit it. Yeah, I can edit your dick out.
I'm on video peeing multiple weeks in a row, so it's
I
fine.
don't know how to add effects to video yet, so
Don't
I
you
need
have
to blur
Snapchat?
something
Jesus.
Someone shit with the door open over there, just be in the background sitting.
without knowing they're just back.
You should have like one guest like constantly on, and he's just sitting on the toilet with his drawers.
Leave
down.
a mic in there though.
I
Yeah.
could, yeah. We'll run a mic line over there.
Yeah. To be
A
very
headphone
quick and
over
frank,
it.
Corona is not.
Not, yeah.
I repeat,
I figured
not
as much just because it
Okay,
would say it
guys.
on the label.
Was it Rip on Dave Day?
Yeah.
Oh god,
No, bro.
We were working on this before you got down here. Like
You
we
provided
knew
the
you were gonna
claw,
come
bro.
down.
I like gluten though.
You're all about that.
as you
gluten.
could tell.
The glute is loose. Let's see here.
It's good stuff, that gluten. I don't know.
Ooh, zombie
Get
dust.
the bad rep.
Yeah,
they have
man.
like a new label on
I'm
there.
trying to get that. I'm trying to get that Three Floyds endorsement. Please make a beer for me or my band, Three
I was
Floyds.
about to say they have a bunch of. Cool
Don't call it
ones.
zombie dust though. Call it something else. That already exists.
Don't you have an Immortal Bird beer?
Not yet.
That's what he's trying to do.
Who had that? Oh, Through the Eyes of the Dead, right? They had a beer,
Yes, that's right.
Maybe.
Yes,
Did
I
they?
do remember that. Yeah.
like a quick, like a small batch.
Yeah,
not
small
like
batch
a-
thing.
Not from Three Floyds, but from
No,
somebody.
somebody
yeah.
else. Somebody
Goose
by
Probably like
Island.
an East Coast like brewery. I'm
I
guessing.
think it was
right?
Goose Island.
I have this
Bullshit.
idea that I'll-
It was Miller.
I'll start a band and I'll name it after a beer. Like I'll start the band Zombie Dust. And be like, yeah, did you see you get our beer at the store?
There probably is a zombie.
I'm frankly
dust,
shocked
man.
there wouldn't be already a band called Zombie Dust.
I know it sounds kind
There's
of metal.
gotta be.
Actually, wait. I think I can pull up a.
Can you find like if you find a band called Zombie Dust, you could probably find a good clip of.
Oh my God, I did.
Oh, there you go. See.
I'm getting sick of advice, losing faith in my vibe. Keep smoking my vibes, I'm getting high every night.
Who is this? Zombie
Zombie
Dust?
Zombie Dust.
I'm up
Yeah.
in the sky, but I'm low. Hey, stay positive. Hey, all they ever say is stay positive. Hey, I'm positive that I'm positive.
All behind a green screen.
Oh, this is that guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
You spilled your nicotine juice, man.
Stay positive.
Stay positive, eh?
Was he trying to be
Doing all these
like
fucking hand gestures.
Chester Birmingham?
R.I.P. Chester Birmingham.
No, Chester Birmingham's well alive. He's thriving.
What is that guy's name? Chester
Bennington.
Bennington.
Yeah, Bennington. Chesterfield. Chesterfield Vanderport III.
Chester Birmingham.
Same band.
Wow.
Actually called Lie or Liar, which is even worse than Zombie Dust would have been.
God,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, they blew up on this page.
I
too.
should name a band White Claw.
The Claw. Kawhi Leonard.
White Claw, yeah.
Dude,
Before
Kawhi's
the
gonna
song.
sue him, man. He's gonna be like, I trademarked the claw. Like you guys fucked up. And they'll go,
What are
no,
you-
it's White Claw. And he'll be like,
I was
Did
going
he
to say.
trademark the
fuck you
claw?
guys.
What?
He
We're talking
trademarked that
basketball now.
nickname?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
not
did.
my world.
I was
at
going to
all.
say,
Really?
just
I'm like,
float away.
Yes.
He officially opted out of the player option, actually. So that news just broke on my phone a couple minutes ago. So
Old
He's
news.
gone.
What?
He's going to the Clippers.
this says he is strongly considered, but it's bullshit. He's gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But
I think he might stay in Toronto, man.
I don't know. I like the
I think
idea that he
there's a
played
chance.
1 year, got him a ring, and then he just disappears.
Yeah.
So
And then he does it at another team.
it just
and-
hops and
yeah.
hops and hops and hops and hops. Yeah, that's crazy.
Kawhi Leonard not winning a championship with the Clippers. I'm saying it right now. It's not happening.
That seems fair. It wouldn't be. I mean, it wouldn't be the Clippers if they didn't fail every way. But
Yeah, there's no way. Toronto was super fucking stacked, man. They were
it'll
super
be
deep.
Kawhi against LeBron and Anthony Davis, and that'll be very fun for me. So, Lakers will win it. So, what do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think, Bill?
Dude, Jason's
I
stoked
just
right
know
now.
that Leonard dude is the guy that has the video out of him laughing weird. And
Yeah,
they put it
that's
to
him.
the NBA theme song, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
Really?
That much I know.
Oh, that. I
It's
wouldn't know
incredible.
that.
another one of my favorite things on Instagram is some, but like the shot against the when they beat the Sixers.
Oh, when he's screaming?
It- well-
the overdub?
Yeah, the overdub of him just going, "Meh." Like everyone, like he wins the series, right?
Uh-huh.
They advance. It's game 7. It's like a buzzer beater. It's an insane shot. It bounces off the rim like 4 times and plops in by like the grace of God, like the craziest fucking fluke shot that just kind of gets it in. shot goes in, and it slam cuts to him getting just mauled because he's right in front of his own bench. And he's getting mauled by all these guys, and they're doing that whole thing. They basically knock him to the ground. It just cuts right to his face. He's just going, and it's just the overdub, the overdub of him.
Yeah, it's like,
just, it's strong. Is my point. If I was logged into my own page, I'd just pull it up off the save shit. It's so goddamn.
I know.
good.
I haven't seen it. I can't.
That sounds
dude.
incredible.
Yeah, I don't
Is
wanna
there
keep
like a
thinking
page of like NBA like?
Yeah, there's
Weird
there's a
shit.
couple weird random ones. House of Highlights is the big one.
I mean, if you want to add it to your,
Bill, you don't know who
Instagram
Kawhi
account.
Leonard is for real?
I know he's the dude that makes that video. That
Okay.
Hold
But
on.
you don't know about his basketball career at all?
Zero.
Kawhi Leonard is like the Bill Fay of the NBA
Why do you say that?
because you're fucking awesome.
That's still debatable.
You're very
but go
good.
on.
You're very like the way you are in your life, but like he doesn't say a whole lot. He's really quiet.
Isn't he, like, super
doesn't have a
awkward in, like,
huge, he doesn't have a huge
interviews and
ego.
stuff?
Yeah, he's super awkward in interviews.
Am I? I run a fucking podcast.
But
I
I'm
better not be. Jesus.
Phil, I've got terrible news.
Yeah. Oh, 100 episodes in. By the way, you suck at interviewing.
That's not how I meant it. I meant
I
it
know.
like he's
Did
one of
you
the
find
best.
I got it. Yeah.
What the fuck? Let me see the video.
Here, wait. That's all it is. It's just so fucking
I don't know how I've never seen this before.
that second one.
the fact that it's picking up on every mic. It's so
That's incredible.
Oh, that is great.
That's for all the guys watching the video. All like what, 6? How many?
2000.
We're up to 10 subscribers.
Ooh.
Moving on up.
How many views does my episode
good.
have? Now I gotta look. All 8.
I don't know. I haven't checked in a while.
The guys that would sit through 3 hours of me just talking random bullshit, though, like, good on them, man. I gotta tell you, like,
It's
it's a bold move, dude. I'm telling you.
I was thinking the other day, I was like, describing the podcast, and I was like, it's a long form podcast about nothing. I was like,
Yeah.
that's literally the worst thing you could possibly have.
Yeah, the only thing that
And
would be
we're
worse.
100
No,
episodes in.
I don't agree with that. I don't think your show
No,
is
I
like
mean-
Seinfeld. I think your show is like it's like half the misadventures of Bill's drunk friends and half
Yeah,
music
right.
talk. I don't know. At least the one with since Jack has become the guest host, that's sort of like there's more of those misadventure stories.
I'm
When
a-
Jason's here. It's like
He brings up a lot of my past.
I'm a
yeah.
very weird bridge guy at this point too. Yeah, I guess so. I'm like a past life, but also still have those backstories. It's terrifying.
I mean, you do band stuff long enough, you get into some hijinks.
oh, dude,
Yeah.
let's talk about. So I listened to the episode where you talked about your Milwaukee show.
Oh my God!
Did
Yeah.
you get in trouble for that? or
Not
was
yet.
That okay?
I don't think Gobo has listened to it yet. I'm still waiting to hear.
Oh, so I shouldn't talk about it then.
Oh, you're
You-
fine.
If he doesn't,
I can handle
if
it.
he won't listen to the first one, he won't listen to this one.
Why
So
would
it's
you get in trouble?
We're
for
good.
it? What happened?
It was a particularly bad show, and it wasn't like Gobo's fault in any way. It wasn't really anything.
we
like,
make a
mean,
very
I-
strong point of
Right.
that too. We are
I
not
li-
blaming Gobo on that.
Not at all,
episode
yeah.
I listened to the episode. Why would you be in trouble? With who? Gobo?
Yeah, just because like he more. I mean, obviously Gobo sets up all the shows for us.
It's
He's
the
kinda like
networking
the-
aspect of
He
it
rules
all.
with
the
an
band.
iron fist.
He really
huh?
does. Yeah.
Dude, he's been
Real
doing
Stalin
it
over
for
there.
like half of my life.
Hey
Oh,
man,
no,
we've
Lord,
all had those shows.
I mean,
we've all had
yeah.
those shows happen. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
absolutely.
Dude,
yeah,
he
yeah.
booked,
It's just,
he
it's
booked
funny.
us when I was 18 years old. The dude's been doing
We were
it for
talking about
half
remember
my
the-
fucking life.
Remember the studio up north?
Yes.
We played with Tony
Hell
Danza
yes.
for their first time ever. In
I pretty much ran that
Chicago.
venue, dude.
Did you really?
Yeah, like not
That little
literally,
like hole
but
in the wall fucking place.
I was really good friends, and my old band was signed to a label run by the guy that like did it, like booked the
No
shows
shit.
and stuff. I don't want to even say his name. I don't want to go down that path. but
That's
yes.
fine. Do I know him or no?
No.
Johnny?
Okay.
This is the
Most generic name you're kissing ever. Johnny.
It's kind of a good.
That's a
like,
good guess.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's a good.
yeah.
It's a good guess, but it's not. That's not
Jeff-
it sounds like a guy that would run some shit.
Eh,
So
that sounds about right.
guy that's in.
What were you gonna
control.
say? You played there in front of nobody before?
Yeah, we played there for Tony
No.
Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza's
was really
very
cool.
first
Why did I
Chicago
bring
show.
that
We brought it up on one of my other episodes too. They
Yeah.
hated on us for the show.
Well, when I saw him again the next time
Yeah.
they came to Chicago, which was a much better show for them, which was at Logan Auditorium, and it was like a packed fucking show. He was like, yeah, last time I played Chicago, it fucking sucked. And I was like, sorry about that. Like,
They hated on your band?
No,
The
like,
show itself.
The show in general.
Because it was underpopulated, for lack of.
Well, yeah,
I
I
mean-
mean, obviously we're all from here, but I'm sure you talk to enough people that tour. Everyone's got a bad Chicago show story.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
They're
it was
not all
also their
bad.
first time in Chicago.
Yeah, it was just really
You know,
funny
like,
for
they
them to
released that
cite
first
something
album.
directly for you to be in the room.
Yeah,
So.
I think I said something to the singer about it. I was like, "Hey, man, sorry that first show was kind of like bogus." And he's like, "Oh, man, don't worry about it."
You're like, oh, I'm really sorry. My band opened and we were their promoters and we were responsible for getting people there, so we fucked up. Like, did you say all that?
no, I didn't go as far as that.
Did you even say you were in the opening band?
I think, dude, that was like a decade ago, man. I don't know.
We took no
I
responsibility.
know I like saw
you're-
him and said something to him
You
about
have a
it.
memory. I've seen it. It works.
It doesn't always work, you know. The chemicals have caught up to me, man. From work.
I'm lost. What are we talking about right now?
I don't know
We're
why I
talking
was,
about the
like, thinking
show
about-
that was just
So the
like,
Milwaukee show,
a
yeah.
month ago.
Let's bring it up for the 4th episode.
Wait, you brought it up in the last one that hasn't aired
Yeah,
yet?
it's been brought up like a couple times now.
I just wanted to know if you got
Um,
in trouble, and you said
no,
you're
I did not get in
good,
trouble.
And I'm saying cool.
Yet.
I've
But
played
long-
shows like that
right.
before. I know how it goes. I've actually played at Garibaldi's or Club Garibaldi, whatever it is.
Yeah,
That's where
yeah.
it was.
It's an
So I could
interesting
picture
room.
it. I was gonna say I liked the story because
you-
you explained it with this like vivid.
well, you know the Piss Love. You felt like you were there. Like, you know,
I
selling
felt
it.
because I remember
Were the fucking trash cans in front of the stage when you guys played?
that I don't remember.
What the fuck?
But there's a good chance that at least one was near the stage because when you told the story and you talked about the opening band, or no, you were
We were the opening
the band
band,
that played
unfortunately,
later,
yeah.
who was questionable, jumping into the trash can. Like I could see it.
It's so punk.
I remember the
rock,
way
Oh, yeah.
when I
punk
was in
rock.
Jarred Loose, we played there with this band called Lecherous Gaze, and so I remember watching Lecherous Gaze, and so I remember exactly what the stage looks like.
dude. Were they
Very
good?
weird corner stage.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Sounds like a cool name.
Well, that sounds cool.
Electric Gaze.
Lecherous. Gaze.
Lecherous.
They're
Lecherous
no, I don't think they're a
Gaze.
band anymore. Their singer was like
Lecherous Gaze.
a bit of a wild card, and the
How do you think gaze is spelled, Dave?
Spell that out. Let's
let's jump down this rabbit hole.
Eccentric Gaze.
Happy
Is that
Pride.
what it was called?
Yeah, Pride Podcast.
It's Pride Month, guys. Cheers.
Is it Pride Month?
yeah, brought to you by
yeah.
White Claw.
When's that straight parade happening in What's
October or November.
in
hopefully
Boston? right?
never.
In
They're
Bo-
not doing
Boston.
that.
In Boston.
Yeah, Boston's
Of
having a
course.
straight
The mo-
Fucking doing that?
that's
not
they're
right.
not.
That's not
Yeah,
No,
no,
they're
there are guys organizing it. They're trying to put it
They
together.
got that kind of time, huh?
If Boston has the sack to do it, which
fucking Boston.
oh, hey,
yeah.
Boston, it's the most
They're-
it's the
yeah.
most Boston ass thing you could
That's
possibly consider.
I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, there's like they have a reputation for racists, but like I
Same
met
thing.
a lot of good people from Boston. Still, I don't know. I don't think that's a Boston thing. I think that's just.
I'm
like-
going on record.
If you're
Fuck
racist,
Boston.
if you're racist, I'm guessing you hate gay people.
I'm just saying they
I
get a
feel it's a
reputation
safe
for that.
You're not
assumption.
like-
I feel like there's a
Yeah.
lot of commonality
Yeah.
under the
It's-
umbrella.
yeah,
there,
I was gonna say it's probably a
You're
broad
not like I hate
spectrum.
black people, but man, do I like a guy sucking a cock.
I hate black people unless that guy's getting his dick sucked by a man.
Then he's cool. Yeah.
Whoa, guys.
This Pride moment brought to you by White Claw.
This is the thing that gets us. Like White Claw's like, dude, what the fuck, guys?
Well, you know what? Fuck it. We're
Cease
in.
and desist.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Flip
We
it.
are on board.
You guys like want 2 cases, 3 cases?
Your Daenerys Targaryen drops are phenomenal. Oh yeah, you weren't here for that one. It's fine. We'll get to it later.
You'll hear it soon enough.
Ask me about the
I
Chicago
just-
sound.
That doesn't really rhyme with Rastafarian either. It kind of.
Oh yeah, no,
tried,
she's really taking some liberties.
I'm surprised because there's a producer in that room clearly.
Yeah, she's
helping
in the
her
studio
along.
recording it live. It's
What is she doing?
You kind of have to do it.
She is
Here, screw
like,
it. Here we
no,
go.
we're not gonna go through it again.
That's okay.
Earmuffs, kids.
I'll
got
watch
it
it later.
It's not good.
Oh, I saw this.
Yes, we are.
God damn it.
Curious as to what
They
her
all
thoughts
like
are
did
on it.
one, didn't they?
Yeah,
What the
apparently they did. It's
fuck?
part of a bigger thing. They only have this one
Like
on
a
I
campus.
think it was
Talking
supposed to be
America,
like
like,
kind of funny.
Yeah, it's like
but-
multiple members of the cast.
Is
doing random
okay, so is
songs.
it supposed to be like a
yeah,
spoof or
it's not supposed to be
something?
serious.
Well, I've got terrible news. I take it
Oh.
very
I-
seriously.
I'm a Rastafarian Targaryen.
It's so good. It's so goddamn good.
Intoxicating those lyrics.
So last night I passed out on the bed.
That's a
Which
good
I
place to
usually
pass
do.
out. Yeah.
Preferable place to pass out.
Nice
And,
landing.
Maggie was at a bachelorette party,
Oh yeah.
so I I passed out. I was like sprawled out in the bed, and she walks in. I didn't hear her come in, but she just says, "Hi, I'm home," and she's like standing in the doorway of the bed or the bedroom, and I was like laying there in a deep sleep, and I woke up and saw just a body, and I was like, "This is like literally." I was laughing about this all day.
It was some night
I
terror
literally
shit.
just went like this. Ah! And I was like, like in the morning, I literally had to tell her that scream wasn't a joke. Like I was,
You Kawhi Leonard
Yeah,
screamed.
literally.
Your fight or flight response. That was it.
can you imagine if it wasn't an intruder? And that was my last words. Ah! Like,
I've been like, we can't.
He wouldn't have killed you. He would have been
Yeah,
laughing
you'd
the
been
whole
like,
time.
I
no
was so
fucking way.
calm but so frightened at the same time. Like, ah!
Like
You
it's
said
like
you were having
bad
sleep,
acting.
though.
You know?
And
Becky
I went right back to bed.
I was gonna say I would imagine Maggie was a little more frightened than anything.
What was
she-
her reaction?
What did she do for the bachelorette
She
party?
started cracking up today when I told her it was when it wasn't
wait,
a
were you-
joke.
When this happened, were you like spread
You're
eagle? Were
legitimately,
you like
like,
completely
terrible.
butt
Yeah, I was
ass
like
naked?
spread against the bed. Like
You're
this.
butt ass
And
naked
I
in
just,
the
like,
middle.
look-
You're covered in blonde hair. Your body's
I'm
just
just like,
a blonde hair.
Under the covers, dick out.
Can you just imagine?
Yeah, dude. On top of the covers.
It's perfect visual. I really appreciate it.
I don't know why Dave dying is so funny. I don't think it's funny. I don't want you to die. I
If
don't
he
want you to-
dies like that, that's hysterical.
I was gonna say I can't think of fewer, more comical ways to do it. But
That's one of them.
imagine being Maggie. You're just like, "Hey, baby," not expecting to walk into that shit. Like, just that's so good.
It'd be great if she like came home from like a rough night or something. Like, I gotta tell you about my night.
That is without a doubt, though, truly one of the worst things that comes with cohabitating with somebody. Is
Oh,
when they
that's
go to
kinda
when
like-
they go to bed before you and they're out and they take up all of the bed.
Yeah.
You just shove them out of the way.
Yeah, like,
Like
not
a
even
cat
that.
or a dog.
There-
and
dude,
it's-
there's well, with the current wife, there is, as opposed to the past wife,
Wait. I was like, what's up with the headboard, dude?
got the White Claw in there. No, but like, there's been times where she's just dead ass asleep and somehow on my pillow, but also just completely diagonal across the bed. So and I've like bumped into her. I've like pushed my ass
Dick
against
move,
her.
dude.
I've done everything to try to do it. Doesn't matter. I just woke her up and went, "Hey, just move your fucking head real quick." And I'm just lifting her head up.
Get the fuck out of my way.
And it's dead weight, dude. She's
Oh,
out.
yeah, I'm
And
sure.
it's just like, "Hey, just fucking move. Thank you so much."
I got news for you. It's not just cohabitating with someone you're married to. If you're in a hotel with a bed and you're sleeping with your drummer, sometimes you got to do the same
Dude,
thing.
that shit
Nice.
sucks. Like,
yeah.
I got punched in the face by Gordon once.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Shout out to Gordon.
Yeah, he probably listens. Yeah, we I forgot where we were. We were on tour together, all of us, and
Was that with 8 people or 9 people? And like,
yeah, there was.
we used to sleep on the floors. We would all share a hotel room.
We looked like a fucking orphanage in that place.
Oh,
Like,
it was so
there was
cool.
like 4 of us on the bed. And I just remember like being asleep, and Gordon like turned or something, and his fist just went wham, like right into my eye socket. And I was like, what the hell? And I like woke up and looked, and he's fucking dead. And I was like, well, I can't get mad at him,
no
I
idea.
guess.
That's funny because I have like one of my only like potential Gordon being a dick to me on tour memories that I have is we played a show somewhere in the Midwest. I want to say Southern Illinois. Everybody was crashing in one room, and I couldn't sleep. It's 5:00 in the morning, and this was at a phase of my life where I was a little bit intense about my guitar playing. Like I couldn't go to sleep, so I picked up my guitar and started practicing, and I was just playing, electric unplugged, and it woke him up, and he wanted me to die.
I've witnessed Gordon wanted you to die that one
Yeah,
time.
the one time we
In
were
the
in.
Well, that's
Yeah.
probably happened other times too, but that's like
It was
one of my
pouring
only...
rain out, and he was throwing McDonald's
breakfast
sandwiches.
sandwiches.
Wait, you were there for that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know you
I was
were on
in
that-
the car.
Bill was there. Bill
'Cause-
was driving.
Yeah, I was
you were
driving.
in the car.
Gordon,
God,
Gordon
was driving. How can
yeah,
that
Gordon
be?
was sitting in front, and then you were in back with like Dave and Eddie.
We're gonna
Yeah.
tell this story.
And
I didn't realize
maybe,
that Dave was with us.
I don't think Joe was in the room yet. I think we dropped people off.
Joe
at
was
the-
in the back because he got a
Was he?
sandwich thrown to him and so calmly unwrapped and started eating it
slamming it.
while
He
you
was
guys
good
were
for that.
fighting.
Well, I just remember because
He
like
was just,
Gordon,
like,
I
in the
gave
back,
Gordon the
like-
food, and I was like, Gordon, just divvy it up, however. And he was so wasted that he was just like, not mine, not mine, not mine, and just chucking them back there. And Nate got upset, which I don't blame him.
This was
Getting food chucked
McDonald's,
at- yeah.
or
like McDonald's breakfast because it was
Yeah.
like 4 in the fucking morning.
Okay.
Like we got our hotel, and then we're like, let's go eat. And at this point, I think I was still smoking. So I was like, I need to go get smokes. Like, fuck this.
That was funny. For me.
I think
not being
Gordon
one
and
of
I
the two,
remember
yeah.
it fondly. I wouldn't have told that story necessarily. I was telling a different story, but I
Yeah,
remember. I
whatever.
remember what you're talking about, but I was also super drunk too. So it was just like
I
a
think we
fun-
all were drunk.
Oh,
Yeah.
all of you guys were fucking wasted.
Everyone
That's
but
why I was,
Bill.
like,
This
over
is
it,
why I'm
yeah.
like, dude, you should have the best memory. Like,
You would think that, but I don't know. It's not good. It's not one of my strong suits, unfortunately.
Getting
Shit, there's
drunk.
something else. Yeah, getting drunk. Not one of my strong suits.
let me just freshen up your Arnold Palmer real quick.
I'm almost done with it, so I'll probably ask you for a beer.
Zombie Palmer.
I'm due for one.
You don't want a White Claw?
Fucking
Yeah, you
no.
should White Claw it up, dude.
No.
Just join the club.
Man, this ruby grapefruit is
Pass.
coursing through my veins.
Just soaring right to you.
Jewel and White
So
Claw.
Dave, I have to
and-
thank you, man. You rescued me from having to talk about my band. Thank you.
Oh no,
Thank
it's,
you for
You
we're
got
com-
any
we're-
questions
we're coming
about
back to
Immortal
that.
Bird?
Yeah.
No, you're just gonna keep. You're just gonna keep playing weird music and saying that it's us. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I mean,
What kind of questions were you guys having?
well, we were just asking about the music, and I mean, they do have.
Who
Who
who has
tracks?
the biggest dick out of the three dudes?
Dude, I actually have no idea. We don't really look at each other's dicks.
Well, that's pathetic.
Who's got the biggest dick in Baron Air?
I guess.
I don't know. Probably Nick.
So you guys don't look either?
I mean, we've been naked together, but
Oh, eyes up. I take it. Huh?
yeah.
You don't make eye contact with it. It's not
Respect.
gay.
Okay.
What I do is I get hard and then tape my boner to my balls, so it looks like I have a huge soft dick.
See, that's how I should
That's
have
some
answered
inside
that.
baseball shit right there for you guys. All right.
2 baseballs and 1 bat.
One bat warmed up and ready to go.
Oh yeah, you've
Oh,
never
man.
done that, dude. Come on,
Take
be real.
Take me out to the ball game.
What's another question I could ask you?
You don't have to ask me any more dick questions. It's fine.
Yeah, let's do some hard-hitting investigative journalism.
Like, damn, I don't have notes for this.
I'm trying to really think here.
Thought you did your homework, Nate, but I guess not.
Oh, what questions were you guys asking about Immortal Bird?
talking about the production
They were
experience.
trying to get me to
and
talk
reporting
shit
and
about
stuff.
David Taro, and I was trying to not do it. That's
He
what's
did a
going
little
on.
bit.
you were trying to
a
not
little
do it?
No, our record's awesome. It sounds great. That's
I
what
think
I'm
it
saying.
sounds great.
Yeah, because how many tracks have you guys
Yeah,
done
dude,
so
you-
far?
Three.
Three,
We
right?
released essentially half the album, which I feel a little bit guilty about.
That's
but
funny,
That's
but
just how it goes.
Just release it all.
We're actually
already.
doing a full album stream on Decibel July 1st.
Ooh, look
Perfect.
at that.
This will drop right the day of.
That's so yeah. So
yes.
No, our record comes out on the 5th.
yes, but this
No, but the
episode
stream
will
will
be out.
be-
Oh
on the
shit!
1st.
Today, listen to our
so
album.
today, guys,
Personally,
listen,
message me on Facebook and tell me how much you hate it and how much it sucks and how I should die.
Tell them
In
how
that
bad
order.
the guitar is
I heard from a little birdie.
from a little immortal
Actually,
birdie.
this isn't a secret.
Hey.
But Decibel Magazine, didn't they name you in the 50 best metal bands since the year 2000?
Maybe.
Coolest dudes.
I think
What?
they did.
Really?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I don't know if that was Decibel. I think you're
Are
thinking
you
about.
fucking with
I
him?
think,
or are
no,
you serious?
no. I think you're.
I know you guys were
You're
on
Eddie-
another
confused.
Eddie
list.
told me that.
You're confused. It was Kerrang, and it was
That's
not.
even cooler. That's what
It was
Slipknot
well.
used
It
to be
wasn't
in all
like
the
a
time.
best metal band. It was a list that they did, but
That's still pretty cool.
It was
yeah.
the best metal band since the year 2000.
Like, okay, I
Almost
think I
20
remember now.
years.
Isn't it like the 2010 bands or
I don't-
something like that?
yeah.
I thought. Right?
What?
Isn't it the list of like the 2010?
Yeah, maybe it was a
Bands or
2010.
something like
That's still
that.
impressive. You've only been a band for what, 3 years?
I mean, the band's been a band for longer than that. I've been in the
Yeah.
band for 4.
And this is
So
the second full
I
length.
believe
right?
2013. Yes, it is. It's also the second full
Okay.
length.
Kerrang.
And is this the first full length with the current lineup, or
It
were
is.
any members? But obviously, Ray was being the original member was on the previous album.
Well, Ray
but-
and John are on the first 2.
Okay, so John is on the first
Matt
one,
and
okay.
myself are not. Matt and myself, it is our debut,
Ooh.
so to speak.
You nervous about that? You and Matt nervous? The
No, man, we've
original
been,
Immortal Bird fans.
He
are
joined the
gonna-
band in April of 2016.
Okay.
Like that was his first tour with us, and it's just been the 4 of us since then. And you know, it's what the band is. It's what we sound like. It's us writing songs together. I don't know. I'm not nervous about it at all. I mean, in the entire time I've been touring with the band, one person, maybe 2 people have ever been like, "Oh, you're not Evan," blah blah blah. But even before me, the band was just touring with fill-in guitar players anyway that weren't Evan. You know, like
Oh yeah, okay.
Evan Brewer.
Yeah.
Evan Barry. Not Evan Brewer. Close.
Yeah, that is close.
The Johnny something. Thanks.
Looking over to me like,
for guidance for this.
I'm just gonna play Muted Monkey for catatonic use. So it's just like, I mean, that's my. Oh,
There.
your fucking wife.
I'd be really scared if I were you, though. Just personally.
You'd be
That's
scared.
just
What,
me.
what would you
Terrified,
be
right?
scared? What should I be scared of, man?
I don't know. As soon as that album's came out, I'd be like,
Kawhi.
Like last night all over again.
Dude, it's been a long time coming, and it's like kind of a relief that it's gonna be finally out soon, and I just hope that good things keep happening.
When's Roman Reigns album
Fucking
coming
never.
out? Jesus
All right,
Christ.
can we just drop it already?
I thought that might, that might come up
Been
on
3
here.
years since he started
What's
recording?
I think it's a little bit unfair that Jason's not here though. If that's gonna come up, it's like kind of
Based on him,
whatever.
right? Or is it
No.
done? It's done.
Oh, it's done.
our
It's been
album's
done.
been done
Yeah,
for
it's been
a
done
little while. For a little while. I'm not gonna say how long. We don't have to say how long. We can tell them it's
It's
just
been done
a
for
little while.
3 years.
Is it really?
No. But you know, it's funny is like I'm glad there's people interested, but like every time I'm like out somewhere, somebody brings it up and I'm like, what's going on, man? Like, what's taking so long? I'm like, it's like a whole thing. Everybody's got other stuff going on. I don't know what to tell you. Like, sorry.
But you should put it out soon to ride on the coattails of the success the other bands are
I'm kind of
having.
worried it's gonna. I don't think that would work in our favor. I think it would kind of like push us under the carpet a little bit because everybody's other
disagree.
bands are doing so well right
I think.
now.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about when we should put it out or not because there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know. I don't want to like throw anybody specifically under the bus.
Artists in there should put it
sucks,
out.
Franco sucks. Danny sucks. Nate sucks. Bill sucks. It's a whole
it's just-
thing. It's a whole thing.
Artists in there should put it out.
They didn't want to. I believe they had passed. I think we can say that.
Yeah, that's fine.
But-
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you know what? Our trash can's full. Take a walk, guys.
Did they really say
Are you
no?
gonna leave that in?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, shit. This is Artist and Era band here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
this
like
is the
last
newest
one we
signing,
just picked
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Mutant monkey, what you doing? Mutant monkey, got no clue. Mutant monkey,
go.
you. Oh, I'm the king of the swingers. The planet
We'll wait for them.
Yeah.
Skittle-bop, bo now.
So it's really a departure from their normal signing.
Stop it. This scat part was like the best part. It keeps going for way too long.
That's impossible. That
I
would
wonder why they said no to you guys.
I don't know. We suck.
Are you not melodic enough or something?
I don't know. We're not that cool.
It doesn't seem right. Was this before Warforged got signed to them?
I don't actually know when it happened, but I would just say that like
Who told you it happened? Jason? Derula?
Jason Derulo. Yeah, we have that hookup.
I like the pin. I
think so. I think because obviously Jason's our connection to that.
But I'm saying, did they say no before they knew about Warforged? Because now Warforged is on that record.
no, they
label.
only probably knew of us because of the
Yeah,
Warforged
because of Warforged, they knew about
And I think it
us,
was
yeah.
just a calendar like scheduling thing. I mean, obviously we don't have a release date for this year, but that label put out so much stuff in this year already. Like it didn't work out time wise, man.
So yeah, I don't know. We just kind of just sitting on it right now, and it's like the millionth time I've like.
I would
said
so
this,
much
we're just
rather
sitting on it right now.
just
like-
complain about how we don't have band practice than be talking about labels that don't want to sign us. But that's not funny.
That's not cool. That's
Yeah.
kind of sad.
Well, you were complaining about it earlier. Was
yeah.
that yeah? So
But no, but yeah, like I said before, like yeah, it's
Practice.
like everybody's projects are doing pretty
How
well
about
right
that?
now.
Allen Iverson, dude.
You know who doesn't practice?
Eddie, I know.
No, like a really
Baron Air?
famous person.
No, they
LeBron-
practiced. They were here
LeBron
yesterday.
James.
I
Hold
saw
on, I'm thinking here.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
No,
No, he
Kim
definitely
Kardashian.
practiced.
no, it's a famous
What was
pop
she
star.
supposed to practice
It's a
if she did
famous pop
practice?
star.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh
Kesha.
no, not a famous pop star.
Uh,
Nora Jones.
What? Really?
Never practices. She said she hates it.
Just goes out there and rips it every
She
night?
tells her band like, I don't want to rehearse. Like you guys could go ahead and rehearse, but I don't need to.
Yeah,
I
it's
hate
like,
practicing. So she
I
just
don't know.
goes out there, fucking tears it up.
Crazy, bitch. Big ka-tum, tom, to bid it on, bitch, don't bid on. Bid on, bump, but did it on, bump, tom, bitch. Find out to burn it on, bitch. Crazy bitch.
Oh yes, is this? Is this Buck Cherry?
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yo, crazy
You're a crazy bitch, and you fuck so good. I got an itch, and I feel fucking you all night.
This is better than playing.
Give me right on.
I love how it took 20 seconds.
Dude, I
Lay
can't
me
wait to look at
down.
this video back just to see Dave's face like light up again. That was amazing. You were so stoked about that.
Dude, we fuck around. We talk about Buck Cherry all the. That's like half of our band practice is talking about fucking Buck Cherry.
Did you hear
dude.
that new old Buck Cherry?
Yeah, the new old bug.
Lay
There's
me down.
another
I love to see your face.
video of that fucking guy like rapping like under like a viaduct while some dude's like shittily playing guitar. And, like not that bad, but it's like it's weird. Like I couldn't believe it was the same guy, and I don't think it's technically Buck Cherry. I think it's that dude like solo project maybe.
Speaking of Buck
I don't
Cherry,
know
let's
who
get a
said-
Black Cherry going.
Woo! White Claw, baby. All right.
Raspberry again. Fuck.
Damn, dude.
Should we do
Who's
this?
gonna drink all the raspberries now?
Let's do the sponsors now.
Yeah. Guys, we're gonna take a break for ads.
Do you guys have erectile dysfunction? Would you like to? Here's Buck Cherry.
Stick a metal rod in your cock. It's always hard.
That's your
dick
wait. No,
worked
that's
too
your
well.
That's,
Listen to
that's your
Buck
show.
Cherry.
Wait, that's your show.
Yeah, that's your show's.
That podcast that.
That got brought up on fucking Segura's podcast.
The urethra rods.
Yep.
No shit.
I was like, those motherfuckers. And I was like, that's Dave's product. What
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
gonna
guys
have to
doing?
tell Tom Segura
You
to
might wanna,
fucking
like,
suck my cock.
Congrats,
Shoot him a
dude. They've
cease
been
and
listening.
desist.
That's
Yeah.
pretty great.
You know what? I did get a like on my Instagram by.
Caught that.
I did get a
What are you
like
doing over there?
on my podcast by a blue check mark.
Oh no shit.
The guy that was is always on Joe
those are-
Rogan.
those are hard
He
to get.
owns
Very
that
difficult to
coffee
get.
company.
Oh.
Black's.
Black matter?
No,
dark
the
matter?
one that
Dark
Joe
matter.
Rogan always reps.
I have to look then. That's pretty cool.
Gerard
He liked one of
something.
your
Did
like,
you talk about podcasts?
He liked
man?
one of my posts on
for your podcast.
on Instagram. Not my. I don't know if it was my podcast or my White Cis Male account.
Is that you?
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I
You know that was me.
I declined your follow
I-
request because I thought it was Dylan.
Oh,
And fuck that kid.
That's
so
a-
yeah,
What do you got against that kid?
I choked him out on New Year's.
Oh yeah, well he was pretty.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Way
No, I
too-
got very champagne
Oh, we don't
drunk.
have to talk
and
the
took some
story. We
more.
don't tell the story. I think I know what you're talking about now.
I don't remember.
Everyone
I do
saw it.
remember
It was
that
in
now.
the kitchen. So
I was
unless
too
you were
busy
down,
slaving
I
away at the
wasn't there. I
sound
didn't see
down
it.
there.
yeah, it was unfortunate. So
Bill and I were not there to
That's how-
make peace.
I knocked a lot of bands off that list. Actually, I think that was the first time I saw any of you guys except for Baron Air live. So
There you go. It's
Check
a
mark,
one-stop
check mark,
shop
check
for you.
yeah, unless it's in a basement 10 minutes from my house, I am not going.
See, you should have just stayed home and watched the stream.
Oh yeah, you streamed it.
Yeah, we
too.
streamed it, yeah.
Fuck, I could have saved gas. That was the old car too. Shit. Anyway,
Flossing on the sun. That girl's amazing.
Caveman Coffee.
oh, Caveman Coffee, nice.
The owner of Caveman Coffee.
All right, well, pimp the product and we'll get on our day.
What was the post that you made that you liked?
You want to read it?
Yeah, I'll read it. Oh, okay, it's the M. Night Shyamalan one. Okay. Going in cold. Thank you for thinking I'm the one that could read. Oh, Shaman Lam. Midnight Shaman Lam gets a lot of flack these days, but he made some really good movies in the past. The Sixth Sense, spelled C-E-N-T-S. I Saw the Sign, I See Dead People, and Slumdog Millionaire were all classics. He did not make Slumdog Millionaire. All classics. He did have some flops like True Detective Season 2 that left a lot to be desired, but all in all, the man's a genius. Hashtag movies, hashtag director, hashtag genius, hashtag Halloween. I wonder how the guy found it in the first place. Was
I
he
don't know.
searching like Halloween or... And this is an older post. It's
That's
okay.
awesome.
That's pretty great. Was it recent?
No, this was. I don't know when that was.
Oops.
This fire.
multiple screens.
The Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. C-E-N-T-S. That's wonderful.
I crack myself up sometimes.
That's perfect.
Actually, I randomly watched that movie like 3 months ago.
The Sixth Sense?
Does it hold up?
For the I mean, what do you mean? Hold up.
Is the twist still surprising?
No,
Definitely not.
But that's the thing is, it's hard to imagine. What year did that movie come out? I think I saw it in
Holy shit.
theaters when it came out.
90
It's hard to imagine.
I'm gonna go
being-
with 99 because
It's hard to imagine being that young
I say
and
2000.
also not knowing what was going to happen because it seems
Right.
so obvious when you watch it now.
Yeah, well-
spoiler alert, he gets fucking shot at the beginning and basically he dies.
And then like
come
anything,
on.
1999.
Oh wow! And anytime
20
there's,
years old.
Red in the scene, it's usually somebody's dead in that scene. More often than not, it's Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Yeah, did you discover that on your own? Did you read that
Fuck
on the
no, I
internet?
read about that.
I remember that being on like the DVD extras.
Oh really? I read a lot of IMDb trivia.
Okay.
It's like my favorite thing in the world to read, except for like the newer movies nowadays because for some reason because you can just put whatever you want into the trivia and it's just there forever
Yeah.
and people like downvote it, but it always stays there. And with like bigger movies now, it's like the most obvious not trivia. Like you'd be watching a movie and they're like it's not this bad, but it's almost as bad. Where it's like they're like watching a Marvel movie and they'll be like, yeah, in Infinity War, Tony Stark is also Iron Man. I mean, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, there's
Wow.
trivia like that bad in some movies.
The
and
guy
it's
made
like,
an account, logged in, put
Is that a
that
true or
in.
false question?
I mean, I would not be surprised if somebody wrote something that bad on one of those, but there is stuff like that throughout like big
got one.
movies nowadays.
True or
It's just like,
false? Superman can fly.
in the movie, Superman does not actually fly. It is all green screen. Like they would put shit like that. And it's like horrendous. But I end up reading all of it. I'm like, fuck, god damn it.
I
Like,
wish there was a version of that for bands.
oh man. I guess like the closest thing you can get is that one website for like metal bands and stuff.
Encyclopedia Metallum or whatever that's called.
what's the other
I hate
one?
that website.
Lamb goat.
No, not that. It's like fuck.
hate all of
Jason
them.
would know it.
I go one deep, so that's all. Yeah.
You still on lamb goat?
Still goating it up.
Not actively, no.
Got the
I'll pop in. I'll
guy
read the
from Cameo anymore.
yeah, no, I'll read the news page every now and then. I posted for the first time in like 2 or 3 years just to say that I didn't like the vocals on a new Jerome's Dream song. That's
Just
it.
to chime in.
Just to be like, I like the song, not the vocals. Done. End of conversation. That's all. It was.
Tom's not still on there, is he?
I believe he is way more than.
You're
definitely
like
way
pretty
more than-
nice, dude, on your lamb goat comment.
Wait, what?
That's pretty nice. That's a nice comment.
All things
people-
considered, yeah.
Considering
But,
what
I mean,
other people say on there.
Are people that you used to like talk to on there still on it? You
from
think?
what I can tell, the board is pretty much completely dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 4 guys there. I mean, message boards as a whole are pretty much like as a
Oh,
whole.
really?
Yeah, and
Where's Jason?
yeah, and I pretty much just stopped like a long time ago at this point, just because I knew like one, it was a waste of time the entire time I was doing it, and
Yeah, it's something.
yeah, I pretended back in the day when I was super active on it that it was like a networking thing for the band, and it kind of worked initially.
Yeah. I mean, you got to know the dude from Faceless because of it. which is
Yeah, and a
cool.
couple other random bullshit little small
Which
things.
dude?
Derek, the original singer.
Yeah.
He
So like
put-
whenever they came to Chicago, they like hook them up with like a guest spot.
That's nice.
Yeah, he was a
Pretty
nice
cool.
dude. I
What
liked
happened? Where are they now in terms of music? I mean, him.
He does
not
that one
heroin.
band.
He did a
Not the faceless.
no, the faces.
No, he does that John From band.
John
which is
From,
fucking
yeah.
Sick.
Oh, Derek is the. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Derek Rydquist is his name.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, something super.
What
that part
Demon
of the-
Carcass is like his.
Yeah, I
stage
think he went
name.
under. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
man, I'm trying not to be like PC metal and call people by their stage names. I want to know his
Oh,
real name.
You need to know.
Oh god, yeah, I don't think he would even want to be called that at this point. Not that I have talked to him recently or anything like that.
You haven't
Dude,
go
you
to
should. You should ask him.
I wouldn't even know how to reach out to him. He wouldn't remember who the fuck I was. All I remember was he got me in and hooked me up, getting me into like when they opened for Meshuggah at like House of Blues.
Dude, that show was awesome. I was there.
I like walked out during Meshuggah. I was like,
Really?
I was like, well, no, because I was trying to find him too. Like, 'cause he was like, I guess there's an upstairs or some shit, and I was trying to track his ass down.
I was
so,
gonna say,
like-
do you not like Meshuggah?
no, I do.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Fun fact.
What song you singing, Dave?
All of them.
I don't recognize that one.
I was hanging out with Brian Rosie. I saw their new house. They have a ceiling fan that plays the rhythm to Bleed.
Oh God, how?
A ceiling fan.
There's like a click in it. It's like.
Okay, that's awesome. No, I
If you guys sell the house, you have to put that in like the description, man. Somebody will buy it because of that.
yeah, no, I just re-downloaded Chaosphere on Apple Music for fun. So
That's the one album I do own because Rosie got it for me.
it's so good. It's
So, do you,
so
Bill,
is
do you
great.
like it? Are you a fan?
I like the song Corridor of Chameleon. No.
You don't like New Millennium
Yeah.
Cyanide Christ, bro?
Nah, it's like
Corridor of
It's like a
Chameleons?
Corridor of Chameleons.
Yeah,
Because there's a
that's
pinch
great.
harmonic in it.
I don't know. All
It's
their
like the only
stuff's
one they've
pretty
ever
good.
done.
Wow.
They write in such an interesting way. It's fucking awesome.
Tell me all about it.
What's it all? Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it.
What do
I
you
watched
know
a
about it?
documentary on it.
Really? How
So they
recently was
own
this
a
documentary?
3-story house just for writing,
I think we have a clip of Michelle.
and the first floor or the top floor is the guitars.
Is this where that
Then
crazy room is?
The
where
other
there's like
floor
30
is
amps on the wall?
for bass, and then the basement's like the drums.
Nothing for
And the
vocalist.
guitarist will write
Vocalist is outside.
guitars, and then they'll send it. They don't even like stay in the same room. They send it like through the
like Dropbox
internet,
through their network.
and then the guy in the second floor like will write the rest of the bass. And
What
then it-
documentary are you talking
yeah,
about?
what the fuck? Where
It was
can you
for
see this?
the one after the one with Obson. It was like the way they wrote. So they write like, and they put all their shit on a computer. they put all their shit on like the computer, and then the next guy gets
You're
it.
talking
and then
about Colossus?
adds his part.
I
No,
don't
that's
think-
how they write everything.
I don't think that's how they do it.
Where did you
What do you
see
mean? I
saw this on
watched
YouTube?
it.
I think that they do it in different. They don't even like live in the same place all the time. They send songs to each other and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean they do, essentially, but they were.
I never
they're
heard that they
all in
live
the
in the
same
same
house.
house.
It's not that they live there; they own it for like
I
music
never-
purposes.
I never heard any of that.
Yeah, watch the video. I'm not lying to you.
I didn't say you're lying. I was just
You didn't like
asking.
that?
Should I pull the whole thing up?
No, it's good actually.
Is it on
It's actually a really interesting way to do it.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, I think it's. Just put.
We'll just drop
Meshuggah
out. We'll-
writing.
Yeah, we'll just play the whole.
I mean, it's like an hour and a half long.
Perfect. That's fine. It's a long form podcast.
I mean, maybe they don't do that for every record, but they did it for this one.
Let's
It's like their own studio, basically.
Well, the Colas thing. I mean, I don't know. If there's a documentary about
Like
it,
maybe,
I've never seen
yeah,
it.
it's like
I
their
just was
own
saying that
studio.
with the last record.
It just dawned on me that that is like blaring into your fucking headphones.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I didn't know. Why'd you
What's
say
not blaring into
something?
yours?
No, not at all.
I'm very comfortable.
So yeah, everybody should be. I had said for some reason yours.
I can't find it through.
My bad,
Oh, wait,
dude.
oh,
You should have said something. If there's anything you need to
Oh,
tweet,
there's an
let me
hour and a
know.
half
I'm
long.
so sorry.
It's an hour and a half long set from Chile in 2013. That's probably
Badass.
fucking. It's a lot of fisheye. Wow, bro.
It's probably from somebody's fucking cell phone too, right?
I don't know, unless they slapped a fisheye lens on their iPhone. But
You'd be surprised at the dumb fucking shit that gets on YouTube because, like ours, like our show's on there. But I mean, like, I hate it so much when people are like, "Sweet HD footage of this band that you're gonna love," and then you click on it, and it's like it's some dickhead cell phone from like 500 feet away from the stage, and like, yeah, this is great. This is what the world needed.
we need to correct that. Actually,
What?
we ended the last episode. This will be weird ordering crap, but we kept saying it was Advent Wrath. It's not. It says self-infliction.
It's
on
even
YouTube.
older.
It's
Yeah.
literally my first live performance.
Was
It
that your first
it's
show?
Yeah,
In
Stager.
Stager?
Yeah, it is treacherously bad. For all of us making fun of this shit from the last episode, and now currently on this one, that's a different name. It's self-infliction.
Yeah, if you really want to see us look like dipshits,
Woof, dude.
look that up on YouTube.
Woof.
That's rough.
It is the worst. Thank you, fucking Jose, you dipshit.
Because there's videos of that and St. Louis, the good old days at St. Louis.
Oh, I didn't find those either.
There, just go to his page.
Is that where I'm? Is that? Fuck, that's all he's got posted.
It's
Is-
all, yeah. No, there's other stuff.
Not
like
the
that,
show where
man.
I'm like goffed out with my.
How many years ago
Yep.
was it?
God, I'm fucking new metal.
Like
there.
15 years ago
Yeah,
now.
dude,
Like,
it's so bad.
There's a lot of bands called Self-Inflicted.
I
Thank
cannot
God.
find it, but I swear to God, I found a video of the Infected at Yodi, and you had like shoulder length hair. It was
I'm
crazy.
not going to tell you how to find
God
it. Because
damn
that's,
you.
that's probably the earliest
Yeah, I
record of one
know.
of my performances, but it's not. It's
I
not appropriate
don't
for
know
this
how I
podcast.
found it. It's appropriate for the world.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you find it if you just Google the band.
This one's literally.
What is that?
You guys.
That is not us.
I don't understand this, man. I thought I was here to talk
This
about
is way
my
better.
record, and then everybody's like,
Is it on YouTube?
"This is my first show ever," and you're gonna try to pull up my first show ever. I feel kind of ambushed by the whole fucking.
Oh,
It's okay.
Yeah, there's no footage of my first show ever. It was way before the internet was a thing.
I mean, well, yeah, it was your first show, but
yeah, man, like 16. It is.
it's.
Woof.
There's no internet footage of me at 16. I was
How can,
maybe
18
or 19.
So wait, how
as
can you
far
find
back
that
as you get.
YouTube video of the Infected though?
I think it's a video. I think it's like the Infected Chicago Horror. It's like usually one of the top results. It's actually us. But
For the
there's
love
usually
of God, I
results that
can't-
are not actually us.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
zombies. It's some video game shit. Which
God damn it.
Sorry, if Matt was here, he'd probably be able to tell you what video game it is, but I have no fucking idea.
Well, we'll have to call him.
That's why there's
What's up?
there's something behind picking a band name that when you Google search it, it's the first thing that
Yeah,
comes
but
up.
the band, to be fair, there's like 10.
Like Roman Rig is like 5th on the Google list.
Yeah, well, our internet presence is bad. Thanks for bringing it up.
No, it's the name. It's like
But also our
the
internet
name
presence
is
bad.
like
It brings up other weird shit.
all the time. It's like you'll never get to the top unless you want to be there.
Well, it's a long way to top flat.
unless you're really seeking it out.
Dude, when I told my mom that we were changing our name to Roman Ring at the time, it was proposed as a name change. She said, "Is that a sex thing?" I said no.
It
Is
can
it?
be if you believe.
There's nothing sexy about Roman Ring. If
I
you
love how
see-
you
No.
guys got like 6,000 followers because they thought you were Roman Reigns.
every day,
Dude,
dude. Have
how
I told
many-
you about this?
No.
Are you talking about Facebook? How many
Yeah.
Facebook? We have
We have a
hella
lot.
Facebook. We're like over
Like,
10,000.
we have like
right?
10. It's
Yeah.
something crazy.
And Danny said it's all
And
because they think it's the
90%.
wrestler. It's all
They
like
think we're
it's all
Roman
like
Reigns.
South
Okay.
American people.
And like, dude, I have an insane amount of like inbox, like.
We
of,
can't respond
like-
to our messages. We have a bad
Well, what sucks is,
Facebook
like-
message response rate.
Yeah,
because
we have to respond to
people
these
are
things so
like,
it keeps our rate up.
I love
Otherwise,
you, Romans.
it's like
Roman. I mean, and he like had cancer and
Yeah.
shit, and we got a million messages.
Yeah.
of
I
people-
kept telling him, I was like, "Yo,
Cancer,
stop hitting this page up. I'm gonna die soon anyway. Like, fuck off, guys." Like, and they just don't get it because there's a language barrier too. Like,
Yeah,
the
no, it's
most-
probably a
like-
lot of out of country guys. Yeah.
Like, I gotta see if I can
Oh
find
shit!
it.
The professional
no.
is pulling out his cell phone, knocking
They-
shit over.
how
there
did
was
they get that
one in-
wrong?
I-
well, they're
Well,
all
it's-
like not from
to be
America.
fair,
right?
It's
the first word is
almost-
spelled the same way.
Yeah,
And the second word is 2 letters off. One letter
and
off,
then
really.
They're
I believe
halfway there.
Danny
Yeah.
had like because he
one
was
and
like,
a
"Oh, that's
half.
funny." Put a picture of Roman Reigns on the page.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
And all of a sudden it exploded.
that was
And we're like,
that was like 5 years ago.
I
though.
know, but it got worse because of that. And I was like,
But
dude,
that
do
was it's
not.
not like it's there now.
No, it's not.
Apparently, it doesn't matter.
But, like,
it's surprising.
That is awesome.
Every other day, it's something like, "You are best wrestler. I watch every match." Like,
That's awesome.
it's
You tell them you're like, you might have this confused, or you just say no. 'Cause, I mean,
Sometime-
they
it
don't
dep-
speak English. So I don't blame
you have to,
them.
like-
if you just say like no, or
if
like
you catch me at the right
"You're
time,
wrong,"
I'm
they're
just-
like,
sometimes.
ah,
but
Roman.
I'm so like over it though. I'm like, we'll be like, "Fuck off!" Like,
I never said fuck off, but I used to respond to him
I-
very much like you could plug this into Google Translator. You know, like if I could plug their shit into Google Translate,
well,
and they obviously didn't do it.
here's one that we got recently where it was like, from I'll say his fucking name because I don't care. Gurmeet Singh Mehta
Good start.
wrote.
Hey man, you're being weird. You're
Ring.
being insensitive.
No, I'm not. Ring, you are great. I see your all fights. Great wrestler, spelled Ressler.
Nice.
I love you, and I see your fights in capital letters. India, Punjab. Then he sent a picture that says,
You guys might get some action now too,
Dude.
because there's a pay-per-view tonight. So
"Oh, there you go. We'll probably get hit up." And
Is
see if
there?
he does
What
well.
Is Roman Reigns? Is Roman Reigns even
He's still
a
wrestling.
thing? Roman
Yeah.
Reigns, dude.
No,
Let's
but-
call him Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns?
No, we should call him Roman,
Roman
Reigns.
Reigns. We should contact him and be like,
Because
"Yo,
it's
dude."
Roman Reigns.
hey man, I'm thinking about a rebranding.
But and then he sent a picture that said, "Today is the year's middle day. We have completed 183 days, and we still have 183 days.
Oh, thank
So
thank
enjoy
you
the
for
remaining
telling us.
half year. Hope I am the only one to wish you this unique wish. Happy half year." It's a picture, like it's like he took that off the internet or whatever.
Oh, he loves you guys.
Happy half year. Maybe he
res-
likes our band.
So I
Maybe
responded,
he's actually not a
no,
weirdo.
I responded, "I will relay this message to the other 4 members in this band. In the meantime, take a hammer to your face until you realize we're a band and not the wrestler who will be dead soon."
Damn.
Who said that?
Dude, you're going to have to
Danny?
edit that out.
You?
Nah,
You're going to have to, man, Eddie Gobo's going to be mad at you.
that's fine.
He's going to be pissed. Dude, you
He
can't be
doesn't
telling
listen.
wrestler
We
fan-
now know he
wrestling-
doesn't listen to the show, so we're
Wrestling
good.
fans are something as waiting fans. I'm just saying. You don't want to be.
This-
Are they?
This was a
Isn't
full-on
Danny, like, the
conversation
biggest
I had
wrestling
with
fan?
like a dude from India that
Dude,
runs a
dude.
sports company.
Let me see it. I got
It is
Let me-
pure
Holy
insanity.
shit.
He wanted to talk, and I was like, sure, why not?"
Wait, what? I didn't even see that.
That one's phenomenal.
I didn't see that on our
because like it gets I get progressively worse as it goes on because I'm like at some point this guy needs to catch on that we're not a fucking wrestler. We're a
It does not.
allude to it a lot that like we're a band. We're a
Are
band.
they even
It's
like remotely trying to look at the page besides the fucking name?
there's not. Yeah, that's what I don't get. There's
Like-
not one picture of the wrestler on there. There's like
They just
pictures
wanna
of
talk to the
us.
guy.
Yeah.
Like, even look at the likes. Okay, they have 10,000 likes. Roman Reigns has 10 million.
right.
It's like
you would think.
millions.
Yeah, you think that
Yes.
dude has so little likes that like.
He was the biggest wrestler of the 2010s.
Yeah.
Still, he's,
What did you say? The 2010s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
as opposed to the aughts
What,
of the early ones, yeah.
The tens.
I don't call it the aughts, but yeah, I've heard that.
Well, the
What's
aughts,
the
the aughts are 2000 to 2009.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
like-
people fucking call that.
Yeah, the
People call
aughts.
it, yeah, I've heard that before.
I've never heard
Actually,
that.
no, we're in the tweens right now. That's what I've heard too.
That's
the tweens.
horrendous.
Sounds more like the weens.
20 teens.
The old weens.
2019.
We manufacture and exporter of sports equipments from Pakistan. We export football shirts and gloves. What do you want to buy? Your
Freedom.
sweet asshole was the response.
That wasn't me.
Oh
that
my
was. I don't know
God.
who that was. I
Franco.
can't see. Do you think it was Franco?
How,
Yeah.
And then how much I have $5.
That I believe was me.
And then they responded with, okay, you will get a $5 football.
What?
I'm just reading as it goes. Trade for
have been
merch from the Blue. That's you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And then ye, Y-E. And then yes, Y-E-S. And then are you the original Roman Rang? Past tense.
He still spelled it wrong,
Yeah,
which is
past
crazy.
tense. Like Roman has already rung. He had been ringing. He is now rang. Roman
dead.
Rang.
Damn, dude. You
Yes.
got an English degree, right?
Yes, we are the original Roman
No,
Rang.
psychology.
You cannot have $5 if you're a real romance. Most Daller, Daller. You have no clue. He has more money. Okay. We sold a CD.
He knows that much. Like, how did
Yeah.
like
At this point, it seems like he knows that you're not the guy.
you would think?
Yeah.
And maybe just cut his losses.
No.
He does not.
You go on. Keep going.
Oh, yeah,
Let's see.
there's
So
more.
more from the Blue. That's you guys,
Yeah.
or one of you. You.
This is all
This
me
is
at
just
this
you.
point from now on.
We
yeah.
sold a CD last week, so $5 is all we have currently. Fuck. Maybe if we sell a shirt or two at our next show, we can get our budget up 15. Which reminds me, I want to buy the Carolina Blue Baron Air shirt.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
if you have one in large.
was it Jeff from Coco was rocking it last?
Yeah, and,
last week. I saw him.
Let's see. Times are tough in
Someone
the
else
music.
was rocking the red one together.
Nice.
I only have the red one. I like the red one, but that Carolina Blue is sick.
dope.
You should really just have that. Never mind.
I have the red one too. I like
There's
it.
talks of getting a banner for the show, but go on.
Yeah, times are tough in the music industry. As someone who exports sports equipment, surely you understand. That's good. Where are
That's why I'm trying so hard to like just drop some horrendous context clues to this guy to be like, dude, we're not.
He asks
interested.
where are you from, and you say the band is based out of Chicago, Illinois. However, a few members live in the suburbs just outside of Chicago.
got very specific for him.
And then he responds with, I'm assuming it's one guy too.
Yeah.
Do you make a video call? I want to know you
Yeah.
and your family.
I was like, fuck that.
please attend the call, mind you.
Not
so
gonna happen.
This is a very important business venture.
Whoa,
at this
dude!
point.
Is he trying to
He's
get
trying
in
to land that
He's
whale.
trying to get in Roman Reigns'
Roman Reigns.
body. He's trying to get in there.
He's trying to
family.
Roman ring that bell. At our next practice, when we're all together, we can. That's a lot of people to get to know. I myself have been in this band for over 8 years. Holy shit, that long now? God.
I don't even know.
Damn.
If that's
Yeah,
correct.
it's been
Yeah.
8+ years.
And I don't even know all the other
I
members'
keep
family.
track.
I met a couple of parents and a few siblings. I barely know my family, mostly because they're assholes. I've been at your family parties. I
You
kind of
met 'em,
remember
yeah.
some guys. They're just dudes. from
Yeah,
what I
man, they're
recall.
cool, yeah.
You had a cousin that was pretty much a bro. which was
Oh,
cute.
absolutely.
We should talk about your cousin who's the elf.
Oh yeah,
God.
that's
Right
I've
after
looked
coming
up
right
those-
around the corner.
I looked
yeah.
up those videos after you told me about
They're
it.
I know.
insane.
And Jesus Christ.
Dude,
He
can we
is
just
something.
Jesus
we just-
Christ cried.
Dave,
That's what happened.
Dave, hey, will you be my friend on Smule?
Smule? Are you on Smule?
Are you on that? Oh.
But I have know about it now because of you. I
Yeah,
want
you
to be on it.
It's the one where people sing along to music.
Oh, yes.
And it
I
is
want to be
like-
on Smule with you tonight, baby.
It's an abortion times an abortion.
Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, you were playing your cousin on the episode that shall not
podcast,
be
yeah.
named. Yeah. Let's see. Wait. I barely know my family, mostly because they're assholes. Now that I'm thinking about it, some of the other members' family I've met are pretty shitty too. Hell, even some of the current band members suck.
Here we
Thanks,
go.
Bill.
The drum.
Nate. Nate's like, fuck you.
Fuck.
No,
you.
actually, well, it starts with the drummer is a real flaming bag of dog shit. Hey, Jason.
Everybody gets thrown.
Real flaming bag of dog shit. The vocalist is a dick biter. The bassist fists cats. Woof. The other guitarist is kind of cool, but he can be a real cock knocker. There you go.
That's the worst thing you could say about me, that I knock cocks.
Yeah, but
Not
you're
cocks
real.
around,
You're
but
not a fake cock
real.
knocker. It's a real cock
You put effort into
You
your
stay
cock
true to the
knockery.
game of knocking cock.
I'll knock your cock
Don't
right
do it,
now,
see?
dude.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Zombie Dust, the band. So I guess that leaves me the coolest member, but even then, I'm not that cool. Just cooler than the other members who are the equivalent of a very dry hand job. End of.
That's awesome.
Dry is the way to go, man.
And then he responds
Get
with, how sensitive your next match? Derp. I know a lot about Roman Reigns. So we right back to it. Spells Reigns correctly.
Trying really hard to get that
Yeah.
fucking Roman Reigns.
This is woof.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's
he just
insane.
keeps going. He sends you a photo.
Yeah.
We Roman Ring, which involves lots of notes, windmills, brutal slams, vocals that sound like the vocalist is puking. And he sends the photo of actual Roman Reigns.
At some point, I send him a photo.
You send the photo
us,
of
the
Luau
Hawaiian shirt.
night. Yeah, Hawaiian shirt night. We like to have fun sometimes. Can't always be brutal. He goes with, oh, nice.
Wow.
Fucking idiot.
Wow, yeah. This
At the
is-
very end, he's finally like, you're not buying anything.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So you're not
Bye.
a business soccer ball. That's way less cool. Yeah. Oh, check my website. He pimps the website, shellsasports.com.
if anybody needs sports equipment, feel free to check out
Yeah,
Shells
it's based out of
Sports.
Pakistan. If you want a $5 football and a very dry hand job, gang gang. And then you end it with, I'm going to be honest, I don't want to check out your website unless it's got musical equipment. I'm 34 with a bad knee and back, and the idea of using sports equipment is giving me phantom pains. However, I'm always looking for guitars. You got those? Question mark. End of correspondence.
That was it. Yeah.
This is from
That was
like
the
Why didn't
end.
you lead with that, Bill? Why didn't you lead with being however old you 34?
this entire conversation happened on May 7th. Damn,
Yeah.
that was an important day for you. Started at 3
It was an
a.m.
important day for you.
3
I
a.m.
got back from a show and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
we got a live one.
that is extremely well done. Shells of Sports.
And so it's shit like that all day, every fucking day.
Is this
of,
password
like,
locked? The screen's locked.
Why
I
did
can't
our
continue.
band
Same
even
as
come
my
up in the
phone.
first place? I don't
know.
know why.
I don't know your phone shit.
Your
Great, now the
band?
world knows. I got to
Yeah,
censor
why
that.
are we talking?
Which
Why are we
band?
still talking about Roman Reigns?
You guys
man?
are in so many bands. It's like, I don't know
Get
what
on
band
our-
you're
get on our-
talking
Well,
about.
when I'm
dude.
staring into this man's eyes and I say our band, you should
You said,
be able to infer
I
that.
thought you
it's-
said, why did we get on my band? You said R?
Yeah, I was looking
Oh,
at
okay.
Bill.
I didn't know if it was the Infected.
Well, one thing I
Immortal
wanted
Bird,
to bring up to you guys because I did recently.
Jar Loose.
Hey, one thing I wanted to bring up was because both you guys are in your bands, Immortal Bird, not Roman Ring, obviously. You guys are the only guitar players in your band.
Yeah, it's
and I had to
sick,
fucking
dude.
pull that shit.
I get all the
Friday.
pussy.
Nate, can you confirm that?
No.
Fair enough. I appreciate the honesty. I too can confirm that is not true.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean after your one? Yeah, your one.
I've done it. I've done it 3
standing
times
strong
now.
by my statement. Maggie, if you hear this,
Yeah, that doesn't count. It's the same, it's your girlfriend every time.
no, I
What was the
have to
question
push so
again?
many women
Something
away
about-
at the shows.
Being the only guitar player, how do you like it? Like because I mean, you've always been the single guitar player.
Dave doesn't know
right?
the other way, man.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't know the other.
When
I
do
know
you-
the
when
other
do you
way.
Get on that.
There's a certain lonely quality to it, but it's also kind of nice because you don't have to worry about somebody else like stepping on your toes. You know, you're responsible for all of it. You're responsible for like if it sounds like shit, you can't blame the other guy.
Yeah, see, that's terrifying.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's what I have you for.
But at the same time, like you might get all the glory if you're lucky. You might experience a good tone day and experience the glory from that. I don't know if you've ever had that experience.
Well, yeah, actually, tone wise, that was a good tone.
The
day.
worst thing I've noticed is when your shit's not working.
Oh yeah, you break
Yeah.
a string. You break a
It's
string. You have a
beyond
trem,
obvious.
Everything's
Yeah.
fucked. You're like, I don't know what to do.
I mean, at least you have like your looper and effects and stuff, so you can kind of
Yeah,
make
I mean,
some noise if need be. You know.
we've been playing together for so fucking long. It's like if something happens, they know what to do, or if
Kinda-
something happens at Eddie's
you could pull
bass,
like
we
an
know what to
audible.
do. Yeah.
See, I just try to make sure nothing bad happens.
And plus, we play a lot slower, more jammy type metal, so we could easily just
Let me
jam
Do you have
out
a
like,
clip?
oh, this
Yeah.
is like this guitar parts, the guitarist went out, just jammed the drums and bass. Where you guys are like more tech with riffs, and you're fucked. if
Have
you
had
like,
like a issue like that?
An issue like
Like
what?
somebody goes down, and like what do you guys do? What's your go-to method if something
they say
happens?
a pedal just cuts your signal off or some shit, which happens to me.
Right, or you know,
We
Jason.
we just
moves
try
all
to
your
we just try
settings.
to yeah, we just try to preemptively avoid that.
I mean, yeah,
Because
everybody.
honestly we're fucked if anything really goes wrong.
You don't have like a backup plan.
I'm just
like,
being honest. I
like-
mean, I have a backup guitar
like
if I break a
Matt-
string.
Well, I mean, like would Matt, like if something happened to you, like Matt and John, gonna like jam out for a second, or what? Ray gonna do like a type 5 improv?
we're
like-
fucked, dude. I'm just
really?
telling you. I'm just being honest. Yeah, we're fucked if anything goes wrong.
All right, appreciate that.
Like, I want there to be contingency plans if,
Right.
if something goes wrong for me, but like, no, I mean we're fucked.
That's what scares the shit out of me about those Kempers you guys use.
Just like
No, dude, that's
one
been
little
my-
porn
Perform-
virus in that
perform
computer.
gear
you're
maintenance.
Fucked.
That thing's
and-
been so reliable for me, man. Like I'm more concerned about a guitar like crapping out. than
Really?
that.
yeah. Honestly, I would be less concerned about my Kemper if I had one.
Yeah.
Because I've seen Bill's not fail.
It's been pretty reliable, like so far.
I've seen one Kemper
Fuck, now
fail
that I
ever.
said that.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
fucked.
I remember there's some power issue that was going on with the band that you guys saw at Cobra, right?
Surreption.
That's what it was.
It wasn't at Cobra.
I thought it was Cobra.
No, so the time I'm talking about was Surreption playing in Joliet at
Oh,
what is-
that's why.
what is that beautiful venue called?
Fucking Mojos, Trees,
Nope,
Foundry.
nope, the real one.
The Joliet sound.
Not technically Joliet, but like Joliet area.
Bada Brew.
Yes,
That's Crest
the
Hill.
beautiful one. Technically,
Right
not
down from the
Joliet.
ever so delicious Marishkas.
First
Check that
time I
place
ever
out.
went to Sonic, I think, was down the road from
And the
there.
last time you ever went.
I've only been to
There's
Sonic
also a
like
really
4
creepy
times.
standalone Denny's, like, or not standalone, but it's a Denny's like in a strip mall.
I don't
Remember we
know.
used to drive past it all the time, going to Bada Brew.
Oh.
Real creepy looking. Something about it. I remember we always
Standalone
like.
Denny's in a
No, it wasn't
strip mall.
standalone. I'm sorry. It was like connected to like a strip mall.
Okay.
Most Denny's are
Hey.
standalone, but this one was a strip mall. And I remember every time we drove past it, all of us were like, "It's so fucking weird." We never went in there, but it was creepy looking.
Shame.
Yeah, it's like by Eddie's. There's a McDonald's in a strip mall.
That's so fucking weird.
It's like the weirdest McDonald's ever.
Ugh.
Oh, the one in
It
Bridgeport.
just like
I
Yeah.
know.
throws. It throws you off balance.
It's like
and
I've
shit
never
like that.
seen. It's
Yeah.
not even like the end. You know,
It's like in the
building.
middle?
It's the middle one, and it's so tiny.
Does it have a proper drive-through?
No, it doesn't have anything.
That's so weird.
Here's like an airport one.
You ever
but
see a
it's
fucking
in strip mall.
standalone Jimmy John's? That shit's weird. There's one by me on 22nd.
Oh yeah.
It's so bizarre to just see a
I love
Jimmy John's.
I love
like-
Jimmy John's with drive-throughs, dude. Those are the. There's
What?
one right
I've
here.
never been to one with a
There's
drive-through.
There's one
What?
right in Hillside.
This one right
Really?
a mile away.
Never
We're in
seen it.
Hillside.
Because
I
I
love
hate
Hillside.
fucking going in that place is
Why?
worse than anywhere.
They're so friendly
Dude,
there.
Exactly. It's like holy shit. How many
They're
of you
so
are
happy to
back
see
there? They
you.
come out like cockroaches. Like, how you doing, bud? What's up, dude? How you doing?
I'm just baking bread, bro.
I'm
All right,
like,
have a good day. Yeah, have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. Like
All right.
everybody.
Here's a clip from
That's so
Baron Air
fucking
for.
annoying.
I believe this is off the split with Coke Goat. So here we go. And
We might have to turn the volume back up. Is this Johnny? Yeah, Jesus.
I don't know why you're looking. It's you.
It's you ripping it, Dave.
It's Johnny
fucking Depp.
It's Johnny Depp.
Pirates of the goddamn
It's Johnny Depp
Caribbean.
playing with Alice Cooper. So what I really love about that, though,
After hearing that, he definitely beat the shit out of Amber. But go on.
that's Johnny Depp.
with sick riffs, yeah,
With
Wow, dude.
pummeled her with sick riffs.
with dope riffage, bro.
It sounds like
Sorry
me
if anyone
only.
gets offended by that one.
Oh,
Holy
man.
shit. that
Sounds
is-
like me, but only like way uglier.
Johnny Depp's way uglier,
Yeah,
or the
that guy's
playing
a
is
fuck-
way
That
uglier.
guy's a 2 compared to me, dude.
Ooh.
Ooh, shots fired.
Oh man, Depp is gonna get it. God, I love the Chicago sound.
It is the best.
Really speaks to me.
Chicago sound.
Oh yeah, wait till the next episode drops.
Yeah,
It's all-
tomorrow's episode.
That's the theme of the
Here's a go. Who's the worst band you've ever heard in Chicago?
Mortal Bird.
capsizing
Ooh,
sinking.
thanks, Bill.
Wait, currently or can we
I was gonna
add
say
in defunct bands?
Like,
Capsizing.
Defunct band. Any
The worst
band
band in Chicago
that you've ever seen.
ever?
live.
Fuck, dude. I don't know
Jesus,
because I
there
tend to
were
forget. Like, yeah, there's so many
God
of them,
damn it,
and
there
I
were so-
forgot most of their names because
there's
it's
so much
usually
of-
one
it was-
show I've done.
Dude,
with
it was
them.
anything from when we were all fucking kids playing at the Nightlight and any of the fucking crabcore, tight jeans,
My
metalcore shit.
particular favorite one was we, as Capsized, got like a last minute call to play JT guitars or whatever,
With that
and
pedophile.
yeah, and so
Wait, what?
John, whatever the fuck,
John Diddle Me Timbers.
Wait, he was a pedophile? I didn't.
he did
Oh.
some questionable things,
Oh,
man.
allegedly.
But
That guy was smelling shit on his fingers from 12-year-olds. Trust me.
Jesus
Whoa, okay. I didn't know that.
Oh man.
do you have a clip of that shit?
Yeah, play something.
I just see you over there working on something.
I'm just trying to be a
what are
part
you
of the
doing?
conversation. I'm like,
Dude,
dude,
that-
no, but hold on. Going back,
That guy was a weirdo.
so we got the call to go play this place, and it was a last minute show, and we just happened to be available, and we went down there to play,
Yeah.
and
That one's dead.
I'm trying to think. At this point, it was the original lineup as a 4-piece, so it was just you, me, Tom, and Mike
Yeah. Okay.
when we did it, sans bass player and stuff.
Yeah.
And every band we played with was like this horrible Devil's
Sweet.
Wear Prada-esque like rip-off band. Like, it had a keyboard player playing only shitty keyboard parts
I don't want it.
and their crappy
I'll be
breakdowns.
so fucking high.
And there was like nobody there.
Yeah, naturally.
Your now wife was there, which was funny.
Yeah, that sounds on brand.
And Eddie, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was the only two people there, literally for the whole night, I think, aside from
Supporting
like
from-
some like random underage girlfriends of the bands or
Yeah.
whatever. And I don't remember their names. I don't know what the fuck if they're even doing anything anymore. But there is a recording of it too somewhere floating around. And
Oh yeah, audio, right?
mhm,
Yeah.
and I can't find it, but you just throw out there like, hey man, if you want to be a fucking Devil Wears Prada ripoff band, that's totally fine with me. I'm gonna be out of this shit in like a year, so whatever. And you're like, next song, and we go into it, and as you like finish that sentence and we go into our god awful noise, this one of the two singers in the band before us comes running up to the stage and just mean mugging the fuck out of you. And we're like, that's weird. And we're like playing, the song's over after like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And you immediately go, well, I now think the singer of that last band wants to kick my ass in the parking lot. All right, this next song. And we go into it and like think nothing of it. And
I was always good at making friends.
the best, dude. And so we get done, we move all the gear out, and it's like on the van. And Jack was out there. And I think maybe Eddie was with you and Jess. I can't remember. Somebody was with you.
All of this is a blur.
And so I remember I was inside with Tom. We're like hanging out, and one of the members of that band comes up to us, like the guitar player or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, he's like, just so you know, like our singer's like not happy with your singer." And we're like, "Okay, what's the deal?" He's like, "Well, he's kind of a scrapper, so I'd be careful." And this dude was like tiny. I was like, "This
Yeah.
kid's not hurting anybody." I was like, "I'm pretty sure like if we need to, me and Tom will handle your entire band in about 5 seconds."
and
Like,
I'll just laugh.
and like I think either me or Tom said something like that where we're like, yeah, we're not worried about it, man. And he's like, well, I'm just saying. And I was like, dude, we're not worried about this. So then we walk out, and like you were talking to somebody else in that band, and they bring it up again. They're like, just the singer is like, he's a fighter. And me and Tom were just like, yeah, man, we're not worried about this at all. If we're gonna have an issue, let's do this. But otherwise, please go away. And they were just like, yo, okay. And they fucked off. And I'm like, what the hell is that all about?
Wow.
They were so tiny. I was like, dude, you're not going to win
It was
this
one of those
fight.
things where with like a 5-year-old, you could just hold their head
Easily.
back. And I think we have video.
I think you probably have the sound.
Fuck it, I'm not even.
if you have the sound of a toilet flushing, it probably sound pretty much what that band
They've
sounds
got
like.
everything but on this page.
Wait, because
Usually
you were
playing.
asking about the worst band that you'd ever seen.
That
or
was like
something
one of the
that.
worst ones, and they reacted to us.
Just a
calling them
top to
out on
bottom terrible show. Yeah.
it. Yeah,
But-
but I mean, I can't think of like
Were they Christian metalcore bands?
they could have been, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't
That
recall
it was like
that.
right around that era of those
He's a scrapper.
like type of yeah. It
In
was
the name,
so
in the name
weird.
of the Lord, he's gonna beat your ass.
I was like, dude,
Deserved. But, yeah.
like one look at Tom. You think that guy is not gonna be able to take your shitty little singer? Like, come on, like.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. But no, I don't know. I can't think of. And even I don't know.
I don't even understand why that's a question.
That's a good question. I mean, I've come across some shitty fucking bands that.
I haven't seen a
how long have you
truly
been playing shows for? I've been playing shows for 20 years, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna remember the worst bands.
I haven't
You
seen
just-
a truly shitty band in years, actually.
Oh, just go to Wisconsin.
Like in
Wait,
Chicago.
Oh, you said Chicago. I totally didn't see.
Yeah, he said particularly in Chicago.
He was going on a whole there's like a whole like tangent.
Like what
thing
he
going
said, like when
on.
we played like the nightlight or places like that, there was a ton.
Tons of them.
When
but I
metalcore
couldn't
was
tell you their
huge,
names,
but
yeah.
now it seems like Chicago, especially, there's so many fucking good bands. Like everyone we play with is
I think it's
good.
because we're older, and we tend to play with people that are older. Anybody that's still doing it is usually going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Dude, you were talking about that.
One of the few exceptions to the rule are like that band in Wisconsin. Like those dudes had to have been close to our age, but like they were so bad. They sounded like a high school
I
band.
mean, we played
you
with
know.
some bands on tour that were like, Jesus.
Oh yeah. Once you start
Wait,
getting
yeah,
out there,
let's talk about that. So you're talking about Chicago. It's like usually that won't happen.
Yeah.
You won't, And
We tend to
listened the
avoid
episode
shit
Well,
you
I'm
were
trying to
talking
talk.
about-
I'm trying to talk about bands back in the day when we were playing like RT guitars and.
Oh,
like,
dude, I don't know.
I wouldn't even
Like you're
remember.
talking about for me. I mean, for me, that's like 15 years ago or some shit.
I
Isn't it?
couldn't even
It
name
was.
a band like because usually what happens is like if we play a
started
show,
playing shows 15 years ago. That's
Yeah.
when we started. I
but I
I
mean
know,
like
but like you
or
remember
16.
everyone.
more often than not, like
no, I don't even remember the ones we
We
played
did
with like
last
last
week,
show.
right?
dude.
What was your
no,
last show?
I'm the worst for that shit. That's Eddie's bag.
yeah, he's got a good memory for it.
Mine's like terrible. It's
Because
like
Eddie can remember
what?
the last show that you played.
I mean, like I mean, a good indication is if you never play with that band again. If they're that bad, you never play with them again. That's a good indication that it's probably a bad
Just
band.
purely
Oh,
based
yeah.
on
But it's pretty hard for
musical
us to do
talent,
that.
or are you talking about the whole like?
You
You guys are talking about getting in fights with people.
I mean, in
There's a whole thing.
generalities, like yeah, if the music sucks, that's an issue. If they're shitty people, that's definitely. I take that over more than anything. I would gladly play with a shitty band if they're good people. I mean, I play with you guys all the time.
Yeah,
and you're good
Sliced.
guys.
I don't know.
but-
We're kind of assholes.
Yeah,
We're getting pretty ego.
Nick is probably the biggest
maniacs,
prick
dude.
out of all of you because he's got
Oh,
that
yeah.
fucking mouth. that
Oh,
just never
dude. So
stops,
let me
you know?
bring something up. Can I take the lead for 1 second and bring something
Oh,
up?
what do you got for us?
I
God,
listened to
here we go.
I listened to that episode.
Here we go.
I listened to that episode of the podcast that Nick was on. This podcast.
What episode 100? Right?
No.
or
It's
an old
with
one.
just Nick.
What?
Yeah.
Just Nick LaRocco?
Yeah.
That was the one before I had him on.
And
then
he's
he
like-
was like crying that I
He's-
wouldn't.
Oh,
yeah. So has he
Gotcha,
been on
gotcha.
your podcast?
yeah, he is.
Okay, I can't find your podcast. I keep googling.
And
it.
Nick,
I can't
you
find
did
it.
you did say what you did do what you said you would. You said 5 words instead of 2, which I thought you were gonna say.
No, I was just curious if he made it onto your podcast, but like I said,
He
I
gets
can't.
too stoned. You can't be like ripped to the
Right.
fucking to Mars.
You're trying to create
Oh, you-
hashtag content.
Oh, you
Right.
can't. Oh,
Well, Nate,
I know. I just was
you get what I'm
curious.
saying.
I was curious to see if he had made it on your podcast because I listened to that episode and I thought Nick was
Yeah, it
pretty
worked,
clever
man.
on the old Nothing's for No One.
Yeah, he's been on my podcast twice.
You seem okay. Good.
I like
Really?
him having him.
I'll
on
check
there.
it out if I can figure out how to Google your fucking podcast, man.
I can't podcast that, man.
I know the name of it. I was on the pilot
Just don't
episode.
erase your contacts. You should be good.
Damn, dude, Bill,
Yep,
you will
I will
never
never
let
let
me
that go.
live
Yeah,
that
no.
down.
Why? What happened?
He tried to like download like Words with Friends and deleted like everything on his phone.
I had a,
Grandpa Nate.
I had a
Yeah, what a
technolo-
90-year-old grandma thing to do.
Reset the factory settings.
Pretty,
Like,
no,
I had
no.
a-
He
I
like
had
lost
a-
his contact.
Hey, what button did you press? All of them.
I did have a technology faux pas a few years back. I think that was 5 years ago at this point.
It's still fresh in my mind.
I think it was at least 5 years ago.
It's probably
You're like,
longer
"Oh,
than
you'll
that.
never let me live it down.
No, it's so good.
I could have just imagined you with a Kemper, dude.
To be fair, it was
I think we'll
Yahoo
start on
Mail. I think
fire.
it was the Yahoo Mail app that really got me in trouble.
I thought it was Words with Friends, like no joke.
No, it wasn't
Okay.
Words with Friends. Fuck you.
I'm not trying to throw you under the bus here. I thought it was that.
No. Words with Friends, come on.
the most grandma game,
Yeah.
too.
it fits. It would be on.
Just press
It
the
would,
whole
it would be on. I only saw one,
I
so I just
know,
held
I
it until
pressed
the
that
screen
out
went
there.
black.
Look at Nate.
Sorry.
So many metal points are getting taken away.
What?
Well, what's the worst band you ever remember playing with recently or a long time ago?
I can never think of bands' names. It was probably at
You could say it was in this basement on New Year's Eve. This band that I'm in called Roman Ring. You could say that.
No, who's this?
It's Flea playing the national anthem on bass.
No, this is me. This is like when I was on your podcast, dude.
I was gonna say there's an overlap. If you don't have a studio
you fuck.
or
I
a
don't even want to
session
do that
musician
shit.
to do it.
The important thing is you tried. That's the point of it.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
When I'm
What
dead
kind of
and
patriot
gone,
are you, dude?
That's what I want to be remembered by.
You should put that on like the opening track of the Roman Ring album.
Dude, it's already out.
Still
You don't
time.
even know. It's already on there, dude. No one knows because no one's heard
It's
it.
a secret
'cause it's not out
track.
yet.
How many solos are on it?
At
Between
least
the two, who has more solos? You
Bill
or-
and I do. I think I have like 4 and Bill has 1.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm
Paul
not,
has 1. Paul has 1. You could have done the one that Paul
I am
did.
not a guitar player, for the love of God. All right. I'm
What
a bass player.
about if you do something real cool where you do this shred back and forth solos like Dream Theater?
Dude, we do
Or not
that.
Dream
We do
Theater,
that on our
Dragon
new record.
Force.
We're doing that on a new record that's not
On
even recorded.
Dragon Force.
We already
It's,
wrote that.
it's
part.
already. Yeah, we already did that.
The next show, Nate, you should play with your guitar behind your head.
The whole show.
At least one full song.
No,
I'm gonna start doing that
Not
for
doing
our
it.
slowest, most simple riffs.
it's not that fun.
You have to do that while doing that, like,
That would actually be
where
pretty
like
damn
you
good.
have the one leg bent and you're like kicking along.
Yeah,
Like that.
I do it a
You gotta
lot
do
at
that.
practice just to fucking make Eddie. And
I've
Nick
heard the
laugh.
stories. Yeah.
I do so much stupid shit at practice, dude. Basically, just make fun of every band that
All
tries to have
all the
stage
tropes and
moves.
stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking they one of the times I was out with Soil, we there was some show we played or they played at the bar was like really close to the stage, and Adam like got up on the bar and did like that like whatever that move is where you kind of like kick along, and yeah, I'm sure like in his head he's like, I'm killing it right now.
Are we talking like the Angus Young little kicks?
Kinda like a little
AC/DC
bit,
kicks?
but from a
Okay.
giant guy. And he did it across the bar, comes back, they finish right.
Oh, isn't it like the two-step type kicks?
No, it was just like,
Like where
you're
you're
like
like-
you're on one leg and you just kind of hop along.
We gotta look this up.
And he kind of like did that.
Who did this,
Adam from Soil, and then like in like if you're watching him, you're like, dude feels like he's on top of
Does
the
he
world.
listen
right?
to this?
No, not at all. And after the show is over,
the
we
love
get
of
on the
God.
bus, and they're just ripping into him about it. We're like, what the fuck was that all about? You look like Michael J. Fox at the end of Back to
Yeah.
the Future, hopping around on the stage up there, and like just the fucking wind out of his sails like immediately. He's like, fuck you guys.
I'm never
He's like, the one time I try to have fun, you're gonna shit all over it.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That's
You
what
trying
friends
to?
are for.
Are you trying to completely flatten our careers?
Trying to do something for this band.
Christ. We went from Headbangers Ball in 2000 to this.
I think I have a clip from Headbangers.
Yeah.
My
Jimmy
little
Johnson.
halo. I will stone you, stone you. Play it again. That's every show. Is that every show? After they play that song,
Why are you looking at me?
play it again.
I'm waiting for
They go into their new song. Play Halo again. God damn it.
No, unfortunately.
My
they're-
little Halo. Play that fucker again.
Bill's gonna get fired because of you,
me-
man. He's
Yeah,
gonna
wait
get
till
fucking
wait till
fired.
after I go to Europe.
Dude, I was the
for,
biggest. I was the biggest fan of that song. I swear to God, I was obsessed. I have their record.
Oh, God.
Play it again. I will stone you. He can't even sing anymore. I will stone you, stone you.
That's such a specific woman.
You, like, and I
And you
can
know that
picture
woman. That's
yeah.
the best part. Play the fucking song
Just
again.
play that song.
Oh, God. I think I have a video of her.
I think in some way we're gonna experience that in real life someday. There's gonna be some band that just plays the same song for their whole set 12 times.
If they knew what was
Well,
good
if you
for 'em.
go to Leonard Skinner's show, they have to play Freebird 3 times?
You know what I heard?
Open, middle, and
who
close.
who does the final countdown? Who does that song?
I don't know. The final countdown.
Toto?
No. Isn't it like Europe or what? Is that what it is?
There's a band named Europe.
I'm pretty sure.
Hell yeah, dude.
Jesus.
Somebody was just telling me recently that what they do is they open with that song, they play that song in the middle, and then they play it at the end.
Yes, Europe. Sorry.
It's fucking insane that a band would do that.
People want it.
But yeah, that's why they do it, because people want to hear it.
Is it
so they
truly
do
the final countdown if they play it 3 times?
Isn't that kind of weird?
Who just farted? Oh my god.
Not me, I swear. I will.
What
soon.
was that? What was that rumble?
It was a.
Yeah.
It might have been this thing's loose.
No.
It was Maggie upstairs. There it is.
There we go.
What's a mosh pit like at a Soil concert? Is it just people beating the shit out of their
people are-
wives?
Is everyone over 30 and mad?
PBR and wife beating.
It's a circle full of
No,
wives
it's not
with
a-
black eyes.
It's not a lot of pitting, man. It's an older crowd. A lot of bad backs, a lot of bad
Yeah.
knees. You know, they're not moving like they used to.
This is a treacherous path for
That
when
Bill.
was
they
like
come through
the,
Chicago, where do they play?
Well, I'm trying to think.
5 miles from Joliet or in Joliet?
I'm trying to think. The last time they played Chicago, one of the times was at Double Door. That's how long ago.
I'm the
that
man
was.
on the phone and the one that bored inside. I'm the man on the kryptonite.
That's the lyric.
And that's when he's upside down in the video. When he jumps on the ceiling.
Oh, I
You know the
remember.
video.
Oh, I know the riffs because of Bill. 'Cause Bill like
I
I know the
played in
riffs because I
practice,
fucking
yeah.
love that
Bill's
song. when I
a
was
Bill's a
12.
filling guitar player, man. He already knows all their songs. Shout out to
You hear him enough times, man.
Soil,
you
hire him.
figure it out. There was a slight scare where I almost had to play bass for them.
Did scare you.
No, not at all. It was kind of funny because like,
You could have done it in your sleep, probably.
well, Tim was like, he's like, we have the backing track, we need to. I was like, and in my head, I'm like, Tim, I can play your parts. Don't worry.
You gotta at least pretend
not
like
that
you're
worried.
playing them though. You gotta rock out and just be like, "Fuck yeah, I'm ripping these parts."
I'll have to
Just
do like
two
my
notes
best
and you're
like
just-
Tim King impersonation, but I'm like a foot and a half shorter.
I could play your
So
parts
difficult.
with 2 casts on my arms.
I think we have video of that.
Damn, dude, the video guys on it, man.
Jack is doing it right.
Remember when their singer quit? When I was a kid, I was so pissed. I literally
Really?
was. I was actually a huge Soil fan.
I never was like I didn't really know him that well.
Jack
like,
looks
going
at me
into
like-
I just don't know why you're talking about it in past tense. Soil is forever.
They're still going, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They were never a band that I got into. I wasn't even familiar with that song Halo until I worked with them and everybody.
They
I
had
told
another big one too, right?
Redefined was a big
yeah.
one. And but I
That's
remember
when
like
Jamie Josta was on Headbangers as well.
oh really?
When they
I
were
just
on.
remember like before I went out, everybody was like, "Oh, dude, that's the band that plays like Halo," and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And they're like, you don't know what that song? I was like, no, I like that slipped under my radar, man. I'm sorry.
Remember another song like that, "Stupid Girl"? Do you guys remember
Yeah,
that?
by Cold.
Yeah.
That's the worst band I've ever seen live.
Stupid Girl.
I saw them live once.
That was the worst band I ever saw live. Yeah.
Really?
Harsh flashback.
Worst? What? Yeah. What's the worst like professional band you've ever seen live? So Cold would be. A
They're
good one
they're
for
up
that.
there for sure.
The worst set I've seen live was probably from Mudvayne.
No?
Yeah,
And
I would.
I'm
I would
a huge
agree.
fan of
I'm a
Mudvayne.
huge fan of them too, but
They fucked up. I saw them 3 times and they fucked up twice, big time.
they were good at getting pretty fucked up before shows on all
Yeah.
sorts of drugs and whatnot, and not performing too particularly well. But
The singer just never lived up to the album.
No.
He was something like
he always kind of fell flat like a lot of times. He was
Yeah.
usually pretty fucked up, and Lord knows what.
You know what? Fuck that guy. I used to have respect for them, but after Hell Yeah, dude, it's like, what the fuck did you do?
He's a good old boy.
How do
playing
you go
Hell
from
Yeah
wearing
now.
makeup to wearing like
Cowboy
not
hats
even
and
a
boots?
cowboy hat, but the most hillbilly cowboy hat, the one that like curls like super tight?
Yeah, I'm getting one. It's gonna be awesome. One of my employees is going to Texas for the.
What's
Gonna, like a,
Dude,
I already got his Venmo. We're setting this shit up.
Alcohol and Ass is one of the greatest song names ever, dude.
Alcohol
Alcohol and Ass.
It's so clever, dude.
Does
It
doesn't
really
speak to you,
is,
though?
dude. That's like the hillbilly fucking Einstein made that name up.
The hillbilly Einstein.
Now I want to
What
come.
the fuck
what
does
would
that mean?
what would the name of Hillbilly Einstein be? Let's go and dig deep on this. Let's see.
Well, you definitely have to take the Steen out of there.
Cletus. First name's definitely Cletus.
It could just be Albert. So.
It's definitely got to take the Steen out though for sure. Oh gosh.
Put on Alcohol and Ass, dude.
No,
Yeah, let's listen to that, man.
It's not on Catatonic Youths.
That song's
Yeah.
I know.
fucking great.
we're gonna get hit with a trademark.
Yeah, the one thing you get pulled
That
for.
would-
What
is-
happened to Hell Yeah? They're not going to replace Vinnie
Vinnie
Paul.
Paul
right?
fucking died, man.
They're still going.
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah,
I
he's
thought
dead.
we were free. I thought we were in the clear once he died. Jesus Christ, that's still going on.
First of
Look it
all,
up. Hell yeah, still
I'm
happening.
pretty sure.
He's like the dude behind it.
these
though.
colors don't run, and neither do Hell Yeah. Not from
Whoa.
live performance and making music.
Fuck.
What about you, Nate? What was the worst
Party
professional
goons up in the mix.
band?
Cardi B, baby.
I don't have an answer for you, man. I
Really?
don't.
You haven't been to a show where like a national or band came in and like just did not do it for you, for whatever.
I mean, I've been
reason?
at a million of them. That's kind of why I don't have an answer.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Has Blink ever sucked?
Yeah.
They did.
The last time I saw him was with Matt Skiba. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I
it's
forgot
because
about
Tom
that.
DeLonge's chasing fucking aliens.
No, I mean, well, he is as heard
He has
on,
FBI.
as you heard on the Rogan podcast.
Dude, that was the
man.
best podcast
I've
I've
seen
ever
him.
heard of Joe Rogan.
I've seen him. I've seen Tom DeLonge on the Rogan cast, and also Travis Barker.
Making fun of
Travis
Tom
Barker's
DeLonge.
actually was pretty good.
Travis is amazing.
pretty
I
cool
highly
dude.
recommend anybody watch.
What did
that.
he
Just-
have to say about?
Well, he talks more about
He
his
didn't
own
talk-
life and about how he used to fucking smoke 30 blunts a day, and then
He didn't
almost
talk bad
got
about him. but
esophageal cancer, and about how he was in a plane crash and
Right.
like his foot got burned off completely. Like the Travis one's awesome.
He still doesn't play
crazy.
any shows out of the country where he has to take a plane.
I don't blame him. That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
He takes a boat.
He takes a boat.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least
Yeah.
he'll leave the country. That's cool.
But the Tom DeLonge one, the best part of that podcast was when he was like got up to like go on Jamie's computer and look something up, and Joe Rogan's in the mic like, "This guy's full of shit. Everybody, this is total bullshit."
It's pretty great.
Yeah, I'm like,
Did he catch flack
That's like
for
the-
that afterward from him? At
Not
all?
directly that I know of.
who? Which guy?
Like, did Tom DeLonge like see that later? 'Cause
Well, dude,
obviously
I'm
hear
sure, but
him.
Joe Rogan's like
Tom DeLonge,
even
that-
bigger than
That one's
Tom
awesome.
DeLonge now.
That episode's awesome because every time Tom DeLonge's, what does he say? He's like, I can't talk about it. Like they question him, and he's like, really wish I could tell you, but like there's just certain things I can't talk about.
yeah.
90% of it is classified information.
Oh,
that
he's
he
like,
can't
yeah, I
even
just
get into.
can't. I just can't.
He's
tell
like
you.
allowed in the Pentagon
fuck?
and shit because he wrote all
He
the small
wrote-
things.
yeah.
Hey man, did you know what commiserating meant before that song?
Yeah, but he said it like commiserating. Say
Yeah,
it
but
ain't so.
Didn't you do what I did and asked your mom? Like, what is a commiserating?
No, you know what the best thing ever was? We were
What
just
is
talking
a
about this
commiserating?
yesterday. You know what Derrick Rose said in court?
No.
Jack probably knows.
No, what he's I don't know. I don't.
This is
really
the
wanna
most
know.
pathetic thing ever.
Who?
They said, did she
Wait, who?
consent?
NBA
No,
basketball player.
I don't want to talk about
Derrick Rose?
He's
being
in
a
court right
rapist.
now.
Yeah, because he's been in court for like 2 or 3
This was
years.
a long.
now.
This was actually
No
like a bunch of
shit.
years ago.
He allegedly gang raped somebody with a bunch of his
What
dudes.
the fuck? Okay, I
They
think
didn't
I
even
do
use their
remember
dicks.
something
They
about
used
this.
like dildos or something. That's crazy.
The classy
shit.
way to rape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna do it. Do it with a dildo.
But
what the fuck?
Third
They
What did
said
he
something
say?
like
He's kind of an idiot, isn't he? Right?
I mean,
He's
he,
not
no,
a
they
smart
said-
he
man.
barely has a high school.
Yeah, they said.
education.
Yeah, but this is like beyond. I mean, you don't have to have it. This is being a total
no excuse for
moron.
this. Like,
He said something, or they said something about consent.
It's in the deposition.
And-
yeah,
and he
or
said-
whatever. It's,
What does consent mean?
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
that's pretty damning.
And like we were
Jesus.
talking about it too. Yeah, he's like probably doesn't have
Damn
any
it, Abe.
education, but being from where he's from, like you should know that word. Like being profiled from cops, like what consent means.
I would think he'd have
that's like
some
a pretty common word for
manager
living.
/ like wrangler that's gonna be like explain these things to him.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty rough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that they let him stand up there and get it. Yeah.
Fucking A.
That's on like the level of that Brandon kid from Making a Murderer. Remember that show?
I do
never
remember
watched
Making a
it.
Murderer. Yeah, dude, I watched all
I got
those
hyped up too
episodes of the
much and I
first
didn't
season in
watch it.
Canada.
It's
I was in
really good.
Canada and I watched
Little
all of them.
Canada.
Canada.
That was like the first one of all those murder mysteries on
And
Netflix.
then they all took off, and now can't get enough of them, right, folks?
The problem with them is that you never find out shit at the end. It's
I
always
know
like,
the end of Making a Murderer, like the first season, even is just like, what? Fuck you.
was the
I like
second
the,
season good?
split
I didn't
better.
watch it.
I didn't get the first. I didn't get all the way through it. I gave up. I was just like,
Did he
"Nah,
do
shit."
it?
That's not how it works, man.
I don't know. I know nothing about it.
I mean, after
never
watching it, I
watched
was for sure that he didn't. But then going back and thinking about what kind of person he is, and he's very fucking strange.
Yo, Bill,
It's not out of the
Yo,
realm of
Nate.
possibility for
Yo.
him to have killed that.
Manitowoc, Wisconsin.
yes, never been. I don't think so.
Never mind then.
Have I? I don't know why. What's up? Good cheese.
Well, that's a big thing in the Making a Murderer shit. Is like
Oh, it
Manitowoc
takes
County.
place in there. Okay.
It's like way up north where they
That's
all
where
talk like
McClobber's
they're
from.
from Fargo.
Oh, there.
And we
the old
used
McClobber's there
it's,
from
it's
Manitowoc
like
there,
the
eh?
county, but it's it's a whole
alright.
thing, man.
Like
I,
they-
I
like
asked them
they,
about it like when it
Green
first was a
Bay,
thing.
It's
Yeah.
not only like a good show, but it's like hilarious. Like because you hear like the phone conversations between the family, and they're like, "How you doing, Turkey?"
Hey there.
He's like,
Yeah, with
"Hey, how you doing, Mom?"
the UPS.
Right.
He's
No,
like, this kid's in jail for murder for the rest of his
Oh,
life,
Jesus.
and his mom's like, "Yeah, so how you doing there?" And he's like, "I heard WrestleMania was on. How was it?" She's like, "It was good, Turkey."
That's part of what's so sad
I'm
about
like,
it, man.
You're going to jail for life.
He's like a little kid, and he doesn't even seem like he has.
They let him off though, right? Because he was
No.
like literally his IQ was so low. They said
No,
even
dude.
if he's
Brandon
like,
Dassey's still
Wait,
in
have you
jail.
seen this? You seem like you
Bits
haven't
and
'cause
pieces.
You haven't chimed in.
No, I'm
Brandon
Have you seen
Dassey's
the-
still in fucking jail, basically. Fuck Mike's girlfriend, fuck her, but I watched it all because of her in her apartment in Toronto.
You had to do something.
Yeah,
to watch
exactly. I had to do something. Shit.
I think we have video of
seen
them
the at
watching
least-
this.
yeah.
Hold on.
Have you? Is that the what I think it is? Baseball bat.
Yeah.
God damn it.
These got really real at the end.
You got a problem, bitch? Throw your hands up. If you didn't notice, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I'll punch you in the face, cause you're just such a cunt. Fuck you, bitch. I'm a princess. You're not the type of girl that'll end up on my friends list. When it comes to Facebook, my popularity's endless.
Oh man, I would have stopped listening to this episode a long time ago.
wow.
Have you at least seen the spoof of Making a Murderer? That's on Netflix.
There's a spoof on
Yes,
Netflix
it
spoofing their
was-
own IP.
It's amazing.
Huh.
It
Well, I
is
thought
amazing.
Jimmy Fallon did like a spoof.
No,
of
there's
it.
a Netflix spoof
Like
of
on a
it. Like
show.
I forgot what it's called, but it's like about a kid vandalizing a high school by drawing dicks on like all these cars,
Yo.
and they go into great depth about like how it's not him, and it's crazy.
making a
It's
dick
so
drawing.
fucking funny.
Okay.
It's the ultimate dick joke like documentary ever.
Interesting that Netflix would do that.
Crazy that they would do that,
Yeah.
right?
Subvert their own shit, but okay.
What else you got for us?
Me, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Do we want to try to get this back on the rails in some capacity?
Oh
or-
no, why should we? We're so far off now. It's all good.
what were the rails looking like?
It was
Did you
legit.
guys have-
the rails
it was-
looking like?
It was
That's a good question.
it was a legitimate technical interview about
It
an
started out
upcoming
all right.
release.
Of Nate?
I'm glad we did that at the top.
The release
yeah,
of
Nate's solo project.
Of Nate.
We did mention the show that you guys are playing with them, the record release show.
Yeah.
You excited for it?
Yeah, I mean they should thank their lucky stars we signed on board, right?
Yeah, dude.
Did you guys request that?
Of course they did.
Wait,
I
are
mean,
you
they-
asking me?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm guessing they did.
What do you mean? Did we request it?
Like you particularly wanted Baron Air and Warforged? Like
Yeah, we decided that. I'm sorry. Are you mad?
What? No, not at all.
Oh, gee, why are you asking me that?
No, I'm just
man?
curious. Like
You didn't think that was our decision?
I didn't think like the rest of the dudes in like
What's
Mortal Bird
going
were
on?
as tight with
I hate when mom and dad fight.
Yeah, right. I just didn't think the rest of the Mortal Bird dudes were as tight with like Baron Air and Warforged.
Yeah, it was our idea. Sorry.
All right, well, we're gonna move along because Nate's killing
Yeah, why
me
did
here.
you pick? Was
Like-
that your idea?
Yes, it was my idea 100%.
Cool, thank you. It's
You're
gonna, be a
welcome.
fun, it's gonna be a fun show.
That's gonna be an awesome show.
All
I'm
kidding
stoked for
aside.
that, yeah.
It has nothing to do with the fact that Eddie did like a shitload of work on our album for the layout and the art and stuff. It was just
It's because we're sick, right? That's
Yeah.
why. All right, cool.
It's the dope
What about
tunes.
Warforged though? Because
Yeah, that's the weird
why
one.
them and not something is waiting? Let's really get this.
Oh God,
Let's really
no.
get this Maury show going.
that's not really fair, man. That's kind of how I
Get
felt.
the
That's how I
Maury
felt, that's
show
how I felt like the
going.
initial question was going. And I was
Oh no, not at all. I could kid.
I love
two shits
giving
less
Nate
than
like
comment.
very like rough questions.
Make him squirm. You know, it's funny you brought it up. Why didn't something is waiting get the call, huh? From what I heard, we were all available that day.
You were all what?
We're all available that day.
Available?
Yeah,
Sexually available.
sexually available.
It's gonna be a sick show though. It's probably gonna be packed.
You know, I retract what I said. It wasn't really my idea for. It was an empty bottle. I don't know. I don't really know what happened. They just
So maybe Blake
they
put
just
in the
booked who
good
they
word
booked.
for you.
Just by chance, all 3 bands were friends.
Yeah, right. I think they know each other, right?
That's gonna be cool for Warforged more than us, even though it's your record release show. But they've got
Well, it's their
death
first
metal
time,
bands like never
Yeah,
play
and
there,
it's their first time playing Empty Bottle. So it should be
especially
fun.
their vein of music. Never
To be
plays
fair,
it.
like that really is part of the reason why I wanted to have them. But also, it's just because I think that's dumb. I don't think that what they do and what we do are like it's not that far
that
away.
much different.
It's the
Yeah.
same shit.
And are you guys doing the album front to back? Right? Is that the game plan?
Yes, that's
Nice.
the plan. The
Alright.
plan is to play the album front to back,
What do you guys do?
as
You
predictable
guys
as
do
that
anything
is.
Huh?
cool?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
We're gonna
what's
play
that?
a new song,
Gross. That was the one you were working on when I popped by yesterday, right?
new 12-minute song.
Earmuffs, guys. It's not that good, but
Yes.
yeah, I'm excited to see it. You know,
I'm nervous about it. It's not written yet, but I'm like, hey, if we say we're gonna play it, it's got to be written.
got to
by
do it.
then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Good
like
to
it's
have that
tomorrow.
timestamp.
You still have a few weeks.
A few weeks. Dude, we write so slow.
Is that what you spend like 8 hours?
Yeah.
we write for 8 hours every Saturday.
Crazy.
That's awesome. Are you serious?
Nah, not 8. Well, sometimes it is.
Put in a good amount of time, man.
That's
It's
the
like
shit,
2
man.
to like any time. Like we just go till Nick's he usually gets hungry. And then
Yeah,
he's
but
like, I
does he
gotta
get-
go eat.
Does he get
Once
hungry
the sun
after
starts
1
crumbling.
hour? Does he get hungry after?
No, it's a
7?
long time. We usually take a break, maybe get food, come back.
It's
right?
also based around
and then we
snap
practice
schedule.
every Wednesday. Like
Yeah, I
just a
know.
2-hour
That's
practice.
awesome, dude. I'm glad that you guys do it. I wish that I had daytime band practices. Mine are usually late.
Yeah.
What's Warforged gonna do? Anybody know? Anybody got inside information? What they're gonna pull for that show?
They're probably just gonna play a set like bands do.
We didn't hear we didn't hear
Nate.
back, but
Maybe they'll play their tour set, the whatever the hell they're playing on tour. I don't know.
what
Well, you saw it.
Yeah, maybe they'll do that one again.
I just want to hear that last track played live
Which last track?
on their album. I don't know what it's called.
I want to hear
Color
Willow.
of my memory.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
That one's awesome.
I love the song Willow,
Which one is that?
the fucking heavy ass one. Where it's just like fucking chugging just on this fucking high.
I think that's the
See.
6th. No, I don't. Jason's not here. Whatever.
Give me a track number.
It's just like
just like that.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna pull up
Got
a
it.
clip, but no.
Yeah, well, you don't need to
You
now.
got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull it up. Willow.
If you can, yeah. You,
Anyway,
Adrian's doing something different with the vocals there, but all right.
it's good to see
That's
growth.
cool.
You know,
Yeah.
I just love evolution and
It's all about
forms.
progression.
You know, when you
That's
become a
it.
progressive metal band, you really have to progress towards something. Maybe
Right.
progress
Yeah.
towards auto-tune pop music. I don't know.
Sometimes that's what you have to do.
I love those guys, man. They're all my homies. Shout out to Warforged. Love you guys. Wearing the shirt. They didn't pay me for this. They maybe will someday, hopefully, but no, they didn't.
Catch some sort of residuals.
A Warforged endorsement on Jason's podcast.
Dude,
Not gonna happen.
I love the art on this, man. I love this. Is like a digital print, I think. It's on like the inner side of the album. It's like this dude that Adrian. This is like probably Adrian's fucking.
It is Adrian.
It,
Yeah,
no,
that's
I
what I
don't think
thought
it's
it
him,
was.
but it's probably his kind of idea of like, yeah, like that's the shit.
Wow, guys.
Dude, that's the thing is the whole element of the music.
was
is just
that?
kind of.
I just had like the biggest.
Oh, I thought so.
I had the biggest deja vu just now.
What? We do this a lot.
Where
so
like
you could
Nate said
easily-
something like, and it's probably just Adrian's thought. And you might have said this on my podcast. I don't know.
I've never been on your podcast, dude.
You were on the first episode.
Jesus Christ, that sounds
Was that you guys?
Those were the
Those
robots. Those
oh,
were the
man,
robots.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Oh.
capsized, dude.
The old capsize days. There's plenty of videos of that. At least that's better than
Yeah, because
self-infliction.
fucking Chelsea
Can we
recorded
reverse?
everything.
Can we reverse
Hands
roles, and
alone.
I can ask you about what it was like recording the capsize and sinking record?
God awful. I don't know. It was a long fucking time. That
Kick
took
drum only,
Ever.
Snare drum only,
Yeah, we did
cymbals
the,
only,
we
toms
did the Dave
only.
Grohl method of
What
recording
the fuck?
drums.
How'd you do that?
Well, Mike's a fucking machine, and yeah, it's pretty easy to do. Just had him play each individual drum to like the song, and yeah.
Most
mixed it
drummers
down.
I know would refuse to do that.
Mike was pretty fair game to anything.
You could
kind of
wind him up and he'd just go.
Yeah, he was an unstoppable, tiny little force. Little
Like,
tiny
just be
Jewish
like, all right,
force.
dude, you're gonna track this song, kick drum only.
Ukrainian robot man.
Kick drum only.
Ukrainian
And he's
robot
just, is he,
man. I
does,
like
he,
that.
does he air drum the whole time? Is he like,
I don't even. Dude, that was so long ago. I don't know. I don't remember.
Ukrainian robo Jew.
But it's great because like I think it was like maybe like now it's like a year ago. I still have all the old stems and stuff from that whole album, and I was like going through it because I've I don't know if I've gotten much better, but I feel like I've gotten a little better with mixing and whatnot.
Did you
so I was like going
retrack?
through it. No, I didn't retrack anything like that. I would drive me up the fucking wall to have to play those songs again. Like I don't think I could physically, and but yeah, I was going through it, and it's great because yeah, the drums are so crystal fucking clear that to re-EQ them is not a big deal, and like I can kind of manipulate them in a way that they sound totally different than they would than the previous version of it. But I don't know if I'm ever gonna. That's so much work. It took me like 3 years to like get that album out.
Formally
So
get it somewhere.
to do it recreationally, it would take forever. There's no way I would do it again. It was fun
Dude,
for like a minute to look
I remember
at
I was at the whatever release thing that you did at
it.
Dumbledore.
We never. Oh, that was for the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Seth.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was telling somebody about that because I was like, yeah, it was weird because there was like a hard like 9 o'clock stop. Do you remember that?
We played the double door?
No. We
Your
played the music
played
video,
the Dumbledore.
and we had it in the
Oh.
basement
Oh.
where like the green rooms are and stuff.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And like it was all going good. There was like maybe like 20 of us there.
Yeah.
And at like 9 o'clock, they were like, "Get the fuck out!" And we're like, "What?" They're like, "Get the fuck out!" And
No,
we're
it was pretty damn hard. It wasn't like
Yeah.
you guys, the band, hanging out late night after everyone left. It was like, or after everyone left. Everyone left.
everyone leaved.
Everyone left.
Lay like a
Leaved.
tree and fucking leave.
New band name, Leaved.
Leaved. A leave.
No,
That's
they were
gonna be
like,
my
I
next
tried to
band.
order a beer at 9:30, and they were,
And they were
like,
like, "No."
"Yo, you gotta go."
Yeah, they were like,
gotta go.
like people were buying booze, and they were like, "Nah, we don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out." We're like, "All right."
We're
Night's
trying to,
over.
Yeah, we're trying to
like,
put money in the coffers.
I was
Right.
trying to support you guys because I like capsizing singing.
Appreciate it.
You were the one.
You were the one. Yeah.
Hey man, I feel like I was blamed for that band's collapse, and I don't feel like that's fair.
That band collapsed because we got old.
One move. One.
Ow! Kicking me.
Your Arnold Palmer fell on my foot.
Yeah. I saved these, Nate. I know.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
The can caps?
Okay, that's enough of that. You stop that. Anyway, let's call it a day. Let's see what we got to. This is gonna come out July 1st, and yeah, we mentioned before you have your record release coming out show, which is awesome with your band as well, Bear and Air, and then Jason's not here to mention, but Jason's band Warforged is gonna be doing it.
The 16th
That's at the 16th at the Empty
of
Bottle.
July,
Cool. What day is that on? Is that-
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Nice.
It's gonna be an
old
awesome
school
show.
night. But it's the summer, so there's no excuse for you guys to say you have school the next day.
I'm going to Europe the next day.
That's right. You have the wedding, right?
Yeah.
That's you and Eddie, right? Is
Yeah,
Nick going or
We're
no?
going to fucking Albania.
That's crazy.
next day.
How long are you guys gonna be there?
2 weeks about in Greece
awesome.
and Albania.
Fuck yeah.
That'll be pretty badass.
So I want to get toasted at this show. So I just sleep on the plane the whole time.
What time is your flight the next day?
I think I don't know what Eddie's is, but ours is I think like 9 p.m. So it's a
Oh.
night flight.
Okay.
Oh,
But I'm gonna
shit.
try and stay up just so I could sleep 10 and a half hours on a plane. Maybe pop a Zanny.
What do you-
You're
Pop
flying right to. You're
pop some
flying
Zanny
direct.
bars.
Yeah, wait, where
Are you flying direct
to?
to Greece?
No, we're flying. There's so many options to get to Albania because
Yeah.
you can't fly directly to Albania.
No.
Yeah, Eddie
I
was
can't
telling me
imagine.
their
So-
routing was going to be like from Greece, and they fucking like basically Uber or some shit. Like it's within some sort of driving.
Yeah,
distance or
ours
something.
is.
Really?
I'm so ignorant on European
I
layout.
yeah,
shit,
I
but-
Uber to the
Ours is we're flying to Istanbul and then from there flying to Albania.
Wow,
Huh.
that's awesome.
So and then flying from Albania to Athens and then taking a boat from Athens to one of the islands.
Oh, cool. And then where are you flying out of?
Don't know yet. Haven't bought the tickets.
Really?
I don't think any of us have yet.
Cart before horse.
Somebody's not coming back.
We have like a dope ass like Airbnb in one of the Greek islands. It's gonna be sick.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah, that should be a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
I'm gonna be the fattest guy in Europe.
Dude, that was how I felt when I was in Europe. No joke.
You have to go in.
Yeah,
there.
they're all skinny as hell.
I felt like I
there.
was the fattest guy in Europe alive.
Dude.
They're all like super skinny.
You need like an American flag, like tank
Yeah,
top at all
dude.
times.
The shorts,
like just the
you know.
fucking board shorts, like all sorts of
No,
shit.
I'm wearing a
Talk
toga.
as loud
In
as
Greece, I'm
possible.
wearing a toga 110%.
Oh man,
I'm getting a fucking toga.
Send me photos, please.
just really lean.
Buy
into
as
it.
much merch that are like dick shaped as possible.
Yeah.
That's always fun. Like that's a thing over there in Greece. Like Brian and Rosie went there and they brought me back a bottle of her, just a dick on it. It's the funniest thing.
Uncut
They were like,
European dicks.
dude, it's all over the place there. It's the weirdest thing, but yeah, have fun with that. I mean,
Hey,
I'm
there's
sure
a lot
you'll
of
have
new
blast.
beaches.
There you go.
oh, dude.
Just picture you.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's perfect.
Just shark in the water.
That's not a fin. That's a dick.
Europe is going to fucking hate me.
It'll be.
You'll be all right.
You'll probably become like president of Albania or something. It'll be cool.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, just get with the locals.
I weigh as much as their fucking whole population combined.
That's probably true. We should get our time to discuss Albanian population density. All right. Yeah.
Get
Cool.
an Albanian contingency in here episode.
Yeah.
Anything you want to promote?
Nah,
Nothing.
I don't do anything. Cool dude Bonanza on Instagram. That's
Good
it.
stuff on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Promptly deleted soon after posting.
Right.
Sort of my thing. But other than that, no. The general teasing of me doing a podcast myself that will never come to fruition. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty much empty
Like I
promises.
keep saying that.
Every time I'm
Every
on it,
episode, yeah.
It's
One day.
Yeah, it's the theme of the empty
Come on, man.
promise.
Everybody has a podcast.
I know.
Gotta get on it.
Literally everyone. on the pod.
I made a Facebook post about that the other day where I was like, the quotation, I have a podcast is the new I'm in a band.
Yeah.
And I was like, please know
when you
that I
were-
understand the irony that being in two
Yeah.
bands and having a fucking podcast.
Yeah. The 19 and
I
20-year-olds
understand.
were all like, yeah, I'm in a band. And then at 30 and on, it's
Now
I
it's I have a podcast.
and
Like
yeah.
I can't go 5
Let's
feet.
wonder
without
what happens at
running into some
40.
motherfucker.
Death.
Death.
Yeah, probably.
I have a bad back. Is what
This
that
hurts.
turns into. Yeah. What hurts on you? This
Yeah.
hurts.
401k conversation.
Part of the reason why it popped in my head was because at the show I did at Livewire, I was hanging out with my drummer Gabe and one of his old vocalists from Wolf and Cub. Remember them?
Yes.
He showed up and he's like, "Hey," he introduced me. He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "He's got a podcast and Bill has a podcast as well." I was like, "Yeah, of course. Yeah, we both have podcasts." And it's like, "What's yours about?" I was like, we just talk about a bunch of bullshit." His is actually kind of cool. It's called Double Murder. So if you guys are looking for even more podcasts better than ours, which is a lot of, his is a good one to check out. They essentially watch two films. More often than not, there is supposed to be some correlation between the two. Sometimes it's like the remake and the original.
Okay.
And then some other times it's kind of like loosely similar, or there's some connection between them, and they kind of discuss them back and forth. Him and this other dude.
That's
and
genuine.
one of the
Okay.
ones I listened to, they had like a guest on.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool. The last one I listened to was the It remake and the original,
Okay.
and that's fun because like I don't know if you guys remember the original It at all.
yeah, it was
It's
terrible.
bad. It's rough, and they talk about that too. They're like, yeah, I remember, when when you first saw it, you're like, yeah, it was scary. And as a kid, you're like, yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
creepy. And then
Tim
you watch
Curry's
it now.
good in it. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what they said. They were like, yeah, it's the best part is
Yeah.
Tim Curry. But then you like when you watch it, you're like, this is like rough. Like it's so hard
The
to
new
watch.
one
The new
is
one's great.
awesome.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that sequel where now it's the adult version of the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're like 35 or something.
And they even, it was funny, they mentioned in that podcast where they're like, yeah, he's like, the only thing I remember from the adult half of it was like they were like in a library the whole time. He's like, I don't think they're going to do that in this movie. I was like, I would hope not.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool podcast, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, everybody has fucking podcasts. Usually musicians, because they probably have all the recording gear already to kind of, because you don't need much to, obviously we overdo it here, but most musicians have the equipment.
What do you use
to-
this mic to record music?
Real close. You actually record music with that? Yeah, I used to.
It has now been
Um,
reappropriated.
But yeah, anything you want to plug before we head out?
Me?
Yeah.
Podcast that, baby.
Dude, I still can't find your fucking podcast.
Dude, what the fuck you doing?
I don't have a lot
Trying
of
to download
time.
Words for Friends again?
Yeah, dude, I'm on Spotify and I'm like, podcast that.
He's typing it in on the App Store.
All right,
instead
man.
of Podcast.
I'm trying to help you out. I'm just telling you. I'm just
Just
trying to
give me
help
your
you.
phone. I'll do it.
Fucking
I'll,
find it.
I'll
Yeah, dude.
subscribe.
You want to?
No, but that show is
find
gonna
me
be
on
awesome.
like seriously, like go on Spotify and find it.
guarantee he finds it in like a second.
It's going to be comically quick.
I bet you.
Well, because
Maybe
what?
it won't because I haven't
Well,
uploaded in so long. Maybe it's
it's
off the.
possible.
Search on Spotify.
While he looks,
please
is there
do it.
anything you want to plug? You better do it quick because if he finds it,
Wait, if I have
and
to plug stuff?
it's your
I
turn
thought
to
the whole
plug something.
fucking point of me being here was sort of to plug shit. I thought I already did it.
Is there anything I missed?
All right.
Hurry up because if he finds
July
it, you cut off.
1st, our album, Immortal Bird, Thrive and Neglect, streaming on Decibel. July 5th at Bucket of Blood, which is at Belmont and Elston.
See, I forgot all about that. And I even said I was going to go on Facebook.
We're doing a record listening release show, whatever. It doesn't cost any money from 6 to 9. We'll play it, I think, once an hour on the hour, probably. Those free beer from Lagunitas. And then we're playing a show on July 16th at the Empty Bottle, which we said already.
Nice. Any tours planned yet?
We are not doing a tour. We're doing a little bit of like a mini tour, so to speak.
Okay.
In July that same week, the 19th, I believe we are in Detroit, the Detroit area at Sellerman's. It's not in.
Is that the
Dave
one with
has
the
my
weird...
phone. I have a note as to where it is.
Is
in
that the one with the
Michigan.
weird name? The ham something?
No, it's not Hamtramck, which
That's
is
the
what you're
weirdest
talking
fucking
about.
name.
It's
Yeah,
like
Hamtramck.
I think it's Hazel Park, Michigan, technically.
Okay.
Yes, I'm remembering
See,
things.
you're good.
That's why you
got
prepare
this.
notes, right? So someone can have your phone and you don't have access to them.
Well, at least now you have like.
That will
proof.
be the 19th. The 20th will be.
Yeah, I don't know. I really can't find it.
Steel and Bone Festival.
He wins.
Yeah, I told you can't fucking find it on Spotify, dude.
All right. Well, somebody
The
find
Steel
it.
and Bone Festival in Pittsburgh at Cativo, and then on the 22nd, I believe we were playing in Indianapolis at that brewery where everyone plays, but I could
Circle?
not find an event. Yes,
Yeah.
the one that you were talking about. I could not find
Corner
it.
stage. Ugh.
Is it 7th Circle?
I thought it was just like something Circle Brewery.
Black
not
Circle?
Black Circle, maybe. I don't know. Good
Yeah,
beer.
but that's what I got
Good
to
food.
plug. Just if you like having CDs or vinyl, please pick up our stuff.
Yeah. Where
Because
can
it's-
people pre-order?
It's mostly the $20 spin
Okay.
Bandcamp,
Okay. Cool.
but there's links to it on all of our social media, and
yeah.
I did it. I pre-ordered my own band's album, 2 copies.
Ooh, look at that. Trying to get those numbers up, huh? Who you, Metallica?
Nerd.
Uh,
I had to do it to you.
That's okay. I deserve it.
Two copies, dude.
One for home, one for the car.
yeah, man.
Well, I actually got 2 vinyls and a CD. So it's
What are you,
like
Elvis
3.
Presley? You got
Yeah.
a fucking vinyl player in the car?
Nope.
Not
That's
yet.
what the CD's for, man.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Do you guys wear your own band shirts
No,
ever?
never.
Yeah, because we get a couple here and there. And
Never.
but I don't.
If
wear
I was
them
in
out
Something Is
public.
Waiting, maybe I would. I do it in Something Is Waiting because you have
Those
such
shirts
crazy
are
ass merch.
pretty clever. Yeah.
What's up with the Marilyn Manson shirt? I don't get it.
Do we have
Is
one?
it Marilyn Manson? Oh, you don't even know. Never
I'm
mind.
not in charge of the merch, man. That's all.
Never
Gobo.
mind. I'll have to
Gobo's
ask
world.
my friend who printed them and is selling them.
You don't have a friend. All right. So thank you everybody for tuning in to this week's episode. Next week, I'm stoked. I was able to get Pete, Paul, and Mary, Spencer, and Adrian are going to be in here to talk in great detail the whole Warforged album, which I'm like stoked about. That should be a good time.
And that'll be Jason's return episode
Dude,
too.
Pete
He
Paul.
might not. Let's see.
As far as I'm concerned, my watch here is done. So.
Pete, Paul, and Spencer. That sounds like a band from like the 60s.
I think I have a clip of them.
Do you have it? Yeah.
Quality goons, I'm in the mix. I'm busting tracks, I'm hitting links. Any problem, I come on, cause they coming through and they drilling shit. Text your bitch, she coming through, she sucking dick. Suck my dick so good, I'm like, goddamn, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch.
That's pretty sick. That's the new Warforged, right?
Yeah.
Re-release.
That's,
yeah, dude.
No,
that's
the,
why I'm wearing
the
this
Peter
shirt,
Paul
man.
and.
Because that dirty
and
bitch. Yeah,
Spencer.
that's the jam, dude.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Hey everybody, it's Bill from Nothing's for No One. Just wanted to say thank you very much for tuning in to this week's episode. If you enjoyed what you heard, please drop a comment or even a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for weekly updates. And if you take a look, there should be a link to some of our previous videos. Thank you very much. See you next week.